in the handle business, bro. Welcome to E-Day. It is election day all around the country. It's a high holy day, the highest of days in this political game. We are streaming live, joined by, as always, by Mundell Robinson. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. We ain't joined by me, nigga. This is our show. Stop with that Ben Dixon shit early in the morning. Damn. Marcus,
I tell you what. You introduce the show.
Good morning, y'all. I'm so blessed to be with these two brothers, Ben Dixon of the Ben Dixon Show, and also the conglomerate media firm, Get Your Ass Up and the Progressive Army. Yes. And Marcus, what's going on, brother?
Let me tell you something, man. These fuck niggas don't vote today. I got something for their pussy.
Hey, man, listen, I had a meeting with Google yesterday. I had a meeting with YouTube yesterday because I asked them, I was like, why y'all keep demonetizing my shit, my stuff? And they were like, well, it's because, there's and he didn't sound like this, but this is how all non-black people sound to me. He was like, well, because, there's this stream that you guys do every morning, and it's just got so much profanity in it that, we just couldn't possibly monetize those videos. So, yeah. Just
so they monetize battle rap, but they can't monetize our shit?
Yeah, they put on.
Battle rap got Disney backing them, so that's a whole different game.
I mean, they put on all the negative energy they can possibly find.
Yep.
All of it.
So basically, I love this. All this fucking crazy shit that black men, like all the negative shit in the world about black men on YouTube that's got commercials.
Nah, straight up, I can shoot.
Black men talking about politics and shit is a problem.
The politics ain't the problem. The problem, according to them, is like, cause we drop motherfucker here, motherfucker there, motherfucker everywhere. So that's the problem in their mind.
How when everything battle rap drop is motherfucker? How when
if they may not be getting monetized, bro. I'm telling you.
I watch too many battle raps on YouTube to know that's craziness. Listen, when they're pre-recorded, when you're watching them, it's commercials on all of them.
I'm missing the comments. Where's everybody? I know everybody's commenting, but I just don't have my comment screen up.
Good morning. The polls are swole this morning.
There it is.
Let me see if we want to. Y'all, let's bring Bill Cobbs. And he said the polls are swole in Philly. Let me call. Y'all want to bring him on?
Yeah, we can bring.
Hang on. I dropped the link in the chat.
Bill Cosby is here.
No, I ain't say no Bill Cobbs. Bill Cobbs, nigga, it's my brother.
Wow. Hey, what's up? What's up, bro? Hey, we got a Houston. We have a problem. Now I realize why our little lights ain't up the way that they supposed to be.
What's up, Jake?
No, man. Y'all just hit me with that shit. Ben, you just hit me with that shit and fucked up my morning, man.
I don't know. Hey.
That's some bullshit, bro. Like, I can kill a nigga on here. It's like, let me tell you something. If I wrote whoa, wait a minute, pause. I just looked at the screen. Ben got the dopest goddamn polo on the planet right now. And wait. Hey, look at that horse. Look at that horse.
You see, it's still blue though. It's still blue. I couldn't get away from blue to save my life. Right?
That boy that went shopping.
I told you I went shopping the other day. I said y'all niggas ain't gonna bother me. Y'all ain't gonna bother me. If I'm gonna wear blue, y'all not gonna stop me from wearing blue.
Come on, man. All you need is a little squirrel monogram on the side.
Hey, man, you playing around, but I bet y'all start a clothing line with some damn chipmunks. Watch me. Give me a year. Give me a year and a half. I'm gonna have the dopest chipmunk line in the game.
My dog is an entrepreneur Negro. No, I really do have a problem with the fact that YouTube will allow me to murder y'all on track.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually say, I murked Mondale and I killed me a Ben, and y'all gonna watch me in the morning because I'm still gonna sin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's
why can I not share a link to this?
And
I'm listening to you,
perfectly fine.
Oh, here it is. All right, let me grab this link. Share group via link. Yeah, copy clipboard. And Mondale, I'm gonna send you that link so you can get your dude over here in the show. I'm sending it to you in the text message thread. And there we go. All right, so it's the day. Like this, I mean, we already know what we got to talk about, right? We already know what's going on. Anybody want to start with predictions? Any interest in giving some predictions?
Yeah, prediction number 1: Jamie Harrison wins South Carolina.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that one.
Prediction number 2: Mike Exby either gets to a runoff or loses by less than 4 points in Mississippi.
I feel that. I guess y'all gonna leave me with the big one, huh?
No. Ain't nobody tell you to put your penis all the way in.
Whoa, what happened?
Jesus, what?
Wait,
God
what?
damn. See, this is why we can't monetize these shows.
Wait.
This is why if you want to support the show, you got to send a super chat or become a patron because god damn. Let's see. I got a couple people they said turn this MF or blue. Send me that link. We're gonna drop that this morning.
Oh yes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the team.
Nah, man, give us a down ballot, Ben, because I don't really feel like talking about
the president. I feel that. I feel you on that.
Just yet, bro. Like, just give us. That's what I meant. Like, give us a down ballot,
that.
bro. Like, give me something else. Like
I'll give you that. I'm gonna pull up my election poll card that I did. Let's see who I think gonna win in the. I think Mark Kelly gonna take Arizona. I think his polling is looking good in Arizona. I think Susan Collins. I hope Susan Collins loses. I don't know. That's a tough one. She's like a sticky incumbent. I do agree with Jamie Harrison. That was my pick for South Carolina. Actually, I could just put never mind. It's the wrong branding. It's got the wrong branding on here.
No Ben Dixon shit on our show.
Nah, it's even worse than that. It's my TYT election poll.
Oh, you bet not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on my people, but I'm about to say, bro, you ain't got to like them, but in Texas, unfortunately, I think John Cornyn is still gonna hold down Texas, but I do think Texas is gonna. I think Cornyn might win, and Joe Biden has a pretty decent chance of taking Texas at the same time. But we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think Trump wins Texas, and the D's scare the Senate or whatever.
You said that the D's do what to the Senate?
Scare the hell out of them.
We'll
out of the Republicans. Here's what's amazing. I'm super excited that Texas has already crossed its 100% voter before they opened their polls this morning.
Was amazing.
They've already done what they did in 2016.
Amazing.
So I mean, and that's a big thing, but it ain't no small note that 90% of the voters who voted in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, and a couple other states voted early too. So we just talking about some big numbers today, man. People about to run it up. And then in Georgia, we got 65 and clear today.
Yeah, man. It is
the homies, the dancers from Get Your Booty to the Pole are taking around goods, snacks, and water today, and chairs for people waiting in poles.
Really?
Yeah, my people probably gonna be delivering pizza to people standing in long lines, man. We just out here, bro.
What y'all think? What you think about the Ossoff race? He had the money. And he got a viral video, which is usually not enough, especially too late in the game. But he had the resources. What do you think he's going to do against Purdue in Georgia?
I think, like, as a Georgia resident that literally watches these commercials, watches these campaigns, I think, this is a big one, because I'm gonna tell America right now. If y'all look back at the Root article that was written a little while ago by my man Jason Johnson, he started that article off with that white boy ain't gonna win. and guess who he quoted? I'll out myself. He quoted me. I said that white boy ain't gonna win, and I was right. That white boy ain't gonna win.
I don't know. I think Georgia's gonna take Bill Cobb's in the building.
Yeah, hey, what's up, man?
Oh, he on the line? He on the line?
He on the line.
Throw him up on the screen.
My prediction before we get Bill in this mug is I think that Ossoff is going to take. I think Ossoff and I think both the Democrats are going to take it in Georgia today.
Raphael.
I think Georgia's a lot more blue than people realize, and it's about to happen. And I think that's because of the amazing work from Black Male Voter Project, New Georgia Project, Black Voters Matter. I think black people who don't have anything to do with the campaigns are about to win campaigns for people, and that's why these motherfuckers need to.
I mean, but here's what's beautiful though. Here's what's beautiful. They think they're not talking about Georgia. They still talking about the way to the White House is through Pennsylvania, through Wisconsin.
They sleeping on Georgia now.
And through Michigan. And what happens is when we win Georgia, we get to tell them motherfuckers like, stop writing the South off. Stop writing the South off. Like, and because they didn't invest like they did up there, we get to say something different to them too. So I'm excited about it.
Introduce our guest for us, man.
Yeah, man, we have the incomparable Bill motherfucking Cobb from Philly. And also the brother is responsible for one of the largest programs to, reactivate returning citizens all over this country. While you all may give credit to one of those large national organizations. I ain't gonna say their name because they lawyered up. Matter of fact, they are lawyers. His brother is responsible for that program. He wrote it, created it, and they stole it and swaved it. So anyway, brother, tell us what's going on with the polls in Philly right now.
Peace and love, y'all. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning, brother.
It's looking lovely in Philly, but I agree with you all. I don't think that Pennsylvania is even going to come into consideration as a direct result of all the amazing work so many of you have been doing in the southern states. However, I'm delighted to see that Pennsylvania, all across Philadelphia, there are more than 700 polling locations, and at those polling locations, every one of them, there are people who have already voted. My polling location has already processed 100 people in the first hour, and there were over 100 people waiting in line to vote. And I tell you, from doing this in Philadelphia for 20 years, this is bigger than Obama numbers. We had early voting first time in our history, and today it looks like we're going to smack a whole bunch of previous numbers in the mouth. So I'm very proud to be here in Philadelphia, and very happy that we finally showing up like we should. But it shouldn't have to take all this and shit, man.
Yeah.
Can I hop in real quick? I gotta get it out of the way. Where you get that dope ass hat from?
I was going to say the same damn thing, bro. Early in the morning.
That's hard.
I'll be watching y'all motherfuckers, baby.
Listen, if y'all want to
sleep,
listen, let me
put on the skimmer, baby.
I said this man came in here ready. Listen, if y'all want us to keep being free to say motherfucker this and motherfucker that, drop a super chat in the comment section right now. Go ahead, brother. Tell us more.
Yes.
Let's give him a nice, fam.
And appreciate it, much love. But what I'm really excited is that it's a couple cats coming from New York today on the bus to make sure that we hold down the people who are finally coming out to vote today. Because we've been targeted for voter intimidation and ridiculousness. And Philly can hold it down, but delighted that 100 brothers from New York are coming down on buses. We're going to give them some cheese steaks, and they've taken some trainings, and now they're going to serve as protectors and, help individuals at the polls. So what's happening in Philadelphia is incredible, and it's very much to the credit of the residents and the citizens and people who want change. One of the things I'm so proud of is how much grassroots work we consistently do here in the city, because our elected officials and the infrastructure is trash. And our state legislature, they warred us heavily, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And so, we're under siege. But because of that, Black and brown people of all sorts come together every single day to take care of what needs to be taken care of. And today it's a damn election, and we're doing it.
Hey man, there's a one of the biggest ethoses on this show, on our show, is holding folks accountable. Mm-hmm. And since you're in Philly, I think one of the biggest wins, and you can straighten me out if I'm wrong, I think one of the biggest wins in progressive politics has been your DA. Right.
Be careful, bro.
But no. That's why we're having the conversation. So first off, Krasner, right? Is he doing what we thought he was gonna do? Is he the people's champ? And have you guys been holding him accountable when it comes down to the decisions that he's done up in Philadelphia?
Yes, and the other one is a little off. What transpired is that, we never had a prosecutor who actually came from our side. Larry had been defending people for 30 years, so it wasn't as if he was a visitor. He actually been doing this shit before me. So we lined him up perfectly. He stayed in pocket. He's in pocket. As a direct result of him being in office, the culture of policing is changing in the city of Philadelphia. And that's needed, as all they do is hunt, capture, and kill Black and brown men in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. So by getting Larry in there, we changed the culture of policing, we changed the culture of prosecution, and those are those are huge things to do when you talk about changing culture. In terms of policy and things of that nature, I'm very happy with Larry's leadership. What I'm not happy with is the lack of professionalism from our side. What happened was we're so accustomed to fighting that when one of us won, instead of working in collaboration to identify what our opportunities were with this collective power, those individuals went instantly into fight mode without even understanding what the levers of power were in the district attorney's office. So it's a little bit fractured, but I plan to straighten everything out, as soon as it's time for Larry to run again, right after this shit is over. So yeah, leadership. And I was very much responsible for making that shit happen because there are better than 300,000 formerly incarcerated people here in the city of Philadelphia. We've been organizing for over 20 years, and we have been responsible for driving the political climate and changes in the city over the last 20 years. So slowly and gradually, we're taking over. And as Mondale indicated, I worked with the national organization and was able to take the game all over the country. And as a direct result, many institutions are now hiring people with arrest and conviction. And so we're changing the culture inside of organizations as well.
Well done, brother, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Real talk.
That's love. I had a question from the comment section. Let me make sure I give the right person the right credit. They wanted to inquire on how the police chief is doing in Philly. What are your thoughts on that? I had a run in with them a couple years ago, so let's.
How's she doing in Seattle?
Mm-hmm. Hang on, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna try to Marcus. I'm gonna mute you for a second so I can see if that's causing the because we can barely hear our guests. No.
No. You know, it could be me.
Okay, that's what it is. Bring it a little closer, and then Marcus, my bad. You got to unmute yourself. Go ahead, my man.
So yeah, what was the question again, Jim?
So they wanted to know how the police chief was doing in Philly.
Yeah, she's doing the same that she did in Seattle. Like, we've never had these sorts of incidences where cops are firing tear gas and rubber bullets. That's that shit they do up there. We don't do that down here. So she's already had to get a hard check. Now, what I will say is that she has run to the community, and so she's hearing from everybody, but she don't have the capacity and the power to really fundamentally change because McNesby runs the union, and he's the most powerful and formidable person in law enforcement. So, you know, she's doing average, but that's all that anybody could ever do as a police commissioner here in the city of Philadelphia.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey man, when it comes down to felons,
returning
citizens and restoring, I do want to say restoring felony rights. I do want to say that, right? So our people know that. Bro, it's the most, I think people who have been incarcerated come out. Some of them come out crazy as hell, and some of them come out the most intelligent human beings on the planet, man. And you said you had 300,000. You said you had 300,000 people that have returned back to our society and are rocking right now. How can you? And people in other states who are watching this right here, man, how can they mimic some of the actions that you've done to actually get like our returning citizens and our former felons back?
Softball segue and shit. So the organization that I have is a nonprofit named Redeem. We are restructuring it because I left the institution and now restructuring it. Redeem's mission is to eliminate systemic discrimination aimed at people living with arrests and convictions through collective social, political, and economic activity. And so what people can do is just stay in touch with me. We have individuals who are already going to be serving as those people in those states for Redeem's situation. And what we're doing to make sure that we really meet the needs is that we're really building it all around benevolence. People living with arrest and convictions suffer from 55,000 collateral consequences or rules, laws, and regulations that kill our lives. And so we're going to collectively work to become a protected class of citizens. But while doing so, make sure that we take care of one another and build each other up. Because as you indicated, we are brilliant. We are among the country's best. We are more American than many of us ever are.
Come
with
on,
our
bro.
capacities and just working with another 100 million outside of the goofy shit, we can change the world, and we will.
Can I add one more thing? I want to ask you this because I need people to understand how brilliant people are when they come before they even go into get incarcerated, and also more importantly how, because I've seen it a million times, right? Like in my own neighborhood. How do brothers and sisters get out of prison and be even more smart and more brilliant? What happens inside of being incarcerated? What happens in there to make folks like come out and be so socially aware at some points, man? Like help us understand that right there, man.
It's the very thing that all of us are going through in this country. Your ass has got a timeout. You can pay attention to what's really important and relevant. And some individuals who are incarcerated get an opportunity to do that. But mostly it's a very dangerous, vile, and horrible place. So literally having to live in fight or flight mode while also trying to dream about reconnecting, it does something to your mind. And those of us who are graceful, who have grace, can transcend that trauma and form something that appears to other people to be formidable or to be, but all it is we've been tested, we passed the test. Those of us who remember apply that wisdom, and we can continue to grow. What we need are more living, breathing examples of what's possible, because I think much of the conversations around people with arrests and convictions is goofy as fuck.
Goofy as
We
fuck.
capture, kill people. We are stolen people on stolen land. Anything that I do in my trauma is a direct result of that bullshit. Don't put some cell and say that you're doing something to benefit me or society. It's all goofy. We really got to start loving one another and treat one another the way we want to be treated. I wouldn't want to put nobody in no cage and treat them that way and beat them and rape them and do horrible things and then release them back into society to live among us. It's all wrong, brother.
So I would also say that the system, prison incarceration system, is set up to make everybody crazy. So the idea that we're talking about how some of them come out is a half critique, because the real critique is the fact that anybody come out of that motherfucker sane is amazing. It's a testament to their spirit and soul, because even architects who are supposed to take humanity in consideration when they're building buildings are pulling away from ever designing prisons ever again. And also, if you do, I think they're trying to disbar them from well, not disbar them, but discredit them from the architect society, because the idea of putting people behind bars in those spaces is inhumane. And don't even talk about the fucking whatever. Yeah.
I'm going to talk about something really brilliant that lots of people don't know why I have the moment there. I want y'all to know that all of my advocacy,
take the camera, G, so we can hear you.
All of my advocacy started while I was incarcerated. All of my advocacy is still rooted in the group of men who have been sitting in prison for 50 years. I sat at their feet. They told me the things that I didn't hear from a father and the things no one in the community cared to tell me or even knew. And I'm still connected to these brothers. They come home. I take care of their children. I hire folks. And so it's our family now. And so amazing things happen to people when they are put in those situations and circumstances. And if we can connect to them and tap into those resources, that power, we can transform communities. There's 100 million of us, so we got to do something.
Bro,
wow.
Let me tell you something. I know you gotta go. I appreciate the work you do. We connected immediately when we met, but some years ago, immediately in the white space. You didn't take it personal what I said to you. You know I was talking about the white people that you came with, and I appreciate that. And we've been learning.
You cursed me out in my face in front of them white folks.
I ain't cursed you out. I cursed them out because you was with, you were just with them.
I cut that check though, didn't I?
You
Let
did
it go.
That check, my G. And you've been rocking. We've been rocking ever since. So I like the curtain behind the curtain, brother, that you are, and how shit happens. So I appreciate it, fam. Good looking out. We'll be in touch soon before the day's over, brother. Peace.
Hey man, I love y'all. Y'all keep it up, man. Peace and love.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us, brother.
Hey, thanks, Bill. Appreciate you, brother. Really do.
Right.
That's love.
All right,
folks.
So we have Philly wants to speak today, man. We have a sister who just voted in Philly, who's also running. She's running my voter outreach in Philly. She wants to hop on to tell about the story that just happened with this white woman when she was in the line to vote this morning. How this white woman ran up on her with the Blue Lives Matter mask.
Oh,
so
really?
She'll be joining us pretty soon. She's like I said, the program director for Black Male Voters Project. Worked in Philly, but she's also a voter in Philly, and she got a story about how white people have already started early this morning.
Can I want to cut you off because I think it might be you, man. You don't even sound as good. It sounds like your mic switched from your good mic
to the
laptop. Yeah. So I don't hear that tapping.
Yeah.
That's what we're hearing. Switch. Check your Skype input and switch it over to switch it again back to your new microphone because you got that dope ass microphone that we all about to. Well, Marcus, you already got yours, right?
I'm waiting for a door knock right now, and if I get up and go to the door, that's my microphone.
That's your microphone. That's what I'm talking about. It's the same. Yo, I mean, not to talk about this. Y'all know I'm a gearhead, but they have come out with a microphone that is the exact same microphone that I have that is half the damn price and it's a USB microphone, so you could travel on the road with it. So I'm getting a couple of those joints. So okay, while you fix that out, we want to bring in some more of the comments from the comment section. And okay, hang on, we're gonna drop Mundell out for 1 second while he gets that.
Hey man, Cobb, hey Cobb, that brother that was just on.
Yeah.
I like that dude a lot.
Yeah,
I like that dude a lot, bro. And you gotta give people their flowers while they're here, America. So I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Brilliance comes in all forms and fashion, and that brother was brilliant.
What's the brother name from who did the return citizen work down in Florida? I met him, but his name is Desmond Meade, man.
He's
that
brilliant
brother,
too.
He brilliant as hell.
Yeah,
I met him
man.
at an event that Kamal Franklin was having, and our sister Noah, about right before the pandemic broke out. But the work that they did to get all of those returned citizens in Florida the ability to vote through a Florida constitutional amendment, a referendum, and they were able to convince like the vast majority of people in Florida to give all these brothers and sisters, quite frankly, get them re-enfranchise them, giving them the power to vote. So, and he was dope too. So when y'all start talking about, because this is my first time meeting the brother, hearing his past and hearing I just immediately thought of Desmond because they both are some dope ass brothers, man.
Yeah, man. I looked at his face and I could see that he was a wealth of knowledge. Like he's one of them people that you look at his face and it's like, oh, this guy knows things. He like really knows things. Hey, FYI, shout out to all the ballot initiatives today. And I want to briefly talk about one ballot initiative. I think it's 304 or 206 Arizona. Arizona, today, voters in Arizona can make marijuana
That's 207.
legal.
It's 207, bro.
Yeah, 207.
Yeah, that's the good mic. I hear the good mic now.
Yeah, that's
All right,
the good
cool.
mic now. Today, voters in Arizona can make 207 legal. And I'm going to give both sides because there's some of my friends in Arizona who are pro 207, and there's some of my friends in Arizona, and I mean talking about very close friends who are anti 207, and a lot of relationships have gotten broken up for this. The argument pro is, look, you make marijuana legal. The argument against is that there's no black ownership, there's no and there's not much criminal justice reform tied into the bill. But the pro argument is marijuana becomes legal and you can ride around and smoke as much weed as you want to. The only thing I have to say is do your research. Shout out to two people on this issue. Shout out to Alejandro Chavez, my brother Alejandro, who endorsed my campaign when I ran for state representative. And shout out to JJ, who is he comes to our show every now and then, but young JJ Johnson, he's anti 207 because there's not enough criminal justice reform in it for him. But no matter what side you fall on, hey man, marijuana could be legal by the end of the day today in Arizona, and that's just one thing that I'm going to be happy about. You know what I mean?
Anybody watching the Proposition 22 in California? I've been paying a lot of extra attention to it. It is the proposition in California that Uber and Lyft, they're pushing to try to make them, to keep them from having to categorize their drivers as employees. And we already know that game. That's the game that's been played since the beginning of time, capital versus labor. The reason I'm paying attention to it so much is because these motherfuckers were advertising in favor of it on my show, on the podcast. Like every time somebody listened to the podcast, the first thing they would hear was like, vote yes on Proposition 22 and help the drivers of Lyft. Of course, they're trying to say it's helpful to the drivers of Lyft. But there was a report that came out yesterday that Uber driver died of COVID-19. These people out here putting their lives on the line and they are making Uber rich. And Uber doesn't want any responsibility to them beyond paying them for the time that they drive. That's it. Not paying them for the time that they're looking for rides. Not paying them for the time while they're waiting downtown to be Johnny on the spot, which is super helpful to Uber. Workers have been subsidizing Uber by being in a location waiting But Uber doesn't pay them to be there waiting. They only pay them as soon as they start their drive. And that's what Uber and Lyft are trying to avoid. So fuck Uber, fuck Lyft, vote no on Proposition 22 out in California.
Come on now.
I just want to say a little bit because I would be remiss if I didn't because full disclosure first, I did I don't know, a few 100,000 text messages to Arizona voters on behalf of Prop 207 in support of Prop 207 because I'm always for anything that's going to cut down interactions between police officers and young black and brown men, black people and black and brown people in general, but black men specifically, brown men specifically. And Prop 207 does have a role in that, especially when we go a step further and talk about anybody that's convicted of a marijuana charge of an ounce or 6 plants or less cultivating in that state can petition to have their record expunged under Prop 207. I do like that. I also like the fact that unlike some states, you can have medical grow and recreation grow in the same space. So I'm super excited about the potential of that. I mean, we know those of us who support Medicare for all know Obamacare was not that, never would be that, but we weren't against it. And I think 207 is one of those things where it's definitely not all the way what we want, but it's damn sure a light year ahead of what was. I mean, there's 7, 8 other provisions about what benefits come to the community from that. So Prop 207 in Arizona is a big deal.
That's what's up.
You guys, when I was trying to get this microphone together, you guys were talking about Desmond Meade. I just want to toot my horn. I told y'all election I was going to start tooting my motherfucking horn. 2018, I went down there and created that organizing department and BMEP editorial approach, the program that we created. That we use at Black Male Voters Project. That's the first place. There and Woke Vote with DeWanda Thompson and Tristan. I think Rubik's was the first 2 places that I implemented this program. So celebrate Desmond Meade genius and also all of the organizers that we trained and hired down there, and also the work. I would be remiss if I didn't say that I organized the department.
Hey, Mundell, we now know anytime one of us drop off camera that we're making a black male adjustment. Marcus stepped away for a second. We calling it the black male adjustment.
BMA.
BMA. All right, let's take a couple seconds. We're going to do a commercial break and tell everybody where to find us. And then after we do the commercial break, I'm going to play this clip, Turn It Blue. We're going to play it again. Go for it, Mundell. Tell us where to find you and anything else you want to say for today.
Yeah, I am Mundell on Instagram. Literally, I am Mundell. On Facebook and Twitter, it's Mundell Robinson, and it's Black Male Voter Project on all platforms except for Twitter, where it is BMV Project.
All right, and I'm Benjamin Dixon. You can find me at Benjamin P. Dixon on Twitter, on Instagram, on wherever you find people at. You can find me. Let me get this man a couple seconds to finish doing what he's doing, and there you go. All right, bringing up Marcus on the screen. Marcus, where can they find you?
Hoodie Marcus.
Wait, did you change your name to Hoodie Marcus for real?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh.
But I'm about to have my own Instagram page because that fuck nigga Marcus on that bullshit.
What? Man, it's weird when I hear brothers talk about themselves in the third person. That shit made me nervous.
Ain't nobody. Hey, listen, this ain't for
Fight
your
Club
commentary.
Marcus over
this
there.
This ain't for your commentary.
Fight Club over there.
This ain't for your commentary, Mondo.
Everything's for my commentary. This is a commentary show.
And I'm talking about.
Get out your feelings. It's too early in election day. We got too much time to be on this goddamn video today.
Ain't nobody talking to
The
me.
first of a.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
They
Much as
Beanie Mondale. Ain't nobody talking to you right now.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. As much as I love Black and Miles, Is that
a Black and Miles?
Yeah, I love him. Is that the wood tip?
Like that guy that guy in third person likes him a lot. Of course the wood tip.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Don't mean. Hey, listen, don't act like we all started with plastic.
Me and Sharp got something going on. Like me and Shannon Sharp got something in common with these blacks, man. Because I feel like we about to win tonight.
TJ Tennis said it's that yak and mile.
That yak and mile,
bro.
It's the yak and mile. It's that yak and mile. So you can find me at Marcus for America on Instagram and Twitter. Old Man Politic on Twitch, and just Marcus Farrell on Facebook. Man, hit me up.
That's what's up. Hey, let's go ahead and say what you were about to say, Mundell, and then we gonna play that commercial.
You play the commercial.
Play the commercial. Here it is. Turn It Blue. This is the clean version. You want me to play the non-clean version? Because I got the non-clean version. Which one, y'all? I don't even know why I'm asking.
It's all good. Just play that one.
Hey, wait. Pause. Before we do this, is this really messing with our money or the amount we cussing? Because I will go clean. I swear to God.
Well, I'll be okay. Let's just keep it 100. We don't get enough views on the live stream. Now we do good on the live stream, but for us to really make money on these videos, we got to clear 75,000 views. So say what the fuck we wanted to say, because right now we are purely supported by the people who send super chats and who are patrons. So. But I will say this: when we start clearing about 75,000 views, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas to stop cussing. Like we gonna get paid on that as well.
Here's my next
Drink
question:
champs cuss more than anybody,
does
bro.
YouTube consider nigga a cuss word?
That's probably
Probably
the
not.
one.
Probably not. They probably okay with that one.
That's what I was thinking, Mondale.
You'd be surprised. But I will get their list.
Man, Drink
I'm gonna ask them for their list.
We need to figure out Drink Champion is cursing like they want to over there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, the bigger you are, the more influence you have anyway. So
I've been losing weight my whole life, so I ain't trying to get too big. It is.
You're just a damn fool. Here we go.
Unhealthy.
Here, this is actually. That's crazy. All I got is a clean version. For some reason, I thought I didn't have the clean version, but it don't matter.
The clean version. We're going to play the clean version. It's
Turn it blue. Turn it blue. Let's get it done.
It sure is a lot of steps to get to the state capital here in Atlanta. Aren't you the bill to repeal qualified immunity? What's taking so long?
Sit down. Let me talk to you for a spell. Hey. I've been on Capitol Hill. They're thinking I want when I will. They don't want the smoke, so pull up and vote, cause this ain't the time to chill. To get a law from a bill, you got the power, they know it. You don't want to fool with your POTUS, then you gotta blew it, not blow it. Georgia power move, that's the attitude. Stand up and fill out your sentences. If you don't complete it, I get defeated, cause nobody repping your interest. Being baller and thinking smaller. I want the Senate on flip mode. Don't forget judges, don't forget sheriffs directly affecting your zip code. Let's hit the polls and draw. Sign up by October 4th. Blue to hue, we want some more. That's blackness overload. Let's make sure they know the time, cause we out here on the grind. I'm not talking California, I got Georgia on my mind. We gon' turn this mother blue. 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 We gon' turn this mother blue. Turn this mother blue. Turn this mother blue. Turn this mother blue. Now do you understand, son?
Yeah, I gotta get my booty to the poll so we can turn this motherfudger blue.
Well, not just yet, little man. But make sure you tell your parents. Final deadline to register is October 5th. You tell them to sign up by October 4th anyway. Register early, vote early.
For more information about how to vote in the upcoming election, please visit turnthismfblue.com.
Hey man, that thing was that was fire, bro.
Hey, listen.
I don't know why it hit so different this morning. This is my third time hearing it, but it just hit different this morning.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you. Like, I actually have to go through the episode where we first aired it, because for some strange reason I just got the link, but I go through our whole last episode, pause our whole episode of Clickbaity Political Thirsttrap, just so I can ride around and put that bitch on repeat, because that's the only way that I could watch it for a little while. So thank you for the link, my brother Mondale. I just didn't look for the link, and I knew where it was, but that shit is hard, man.
And just so everybody knows, this is a direct product from your organization, Black Male Voter Project.
I mean, we funded it. We consult on qualified immunity and why it's important. Brothers don't say qualified immunity when they talk about what's plaguing them, but the problem that they're describing is qualified immunity. Cops being able to kill black men without any personal responsibility. So we need to get rid of qualified immunity. That's why QI is all over that video. So even though brothers aren't talking about it, it's letting politicians know that we ain't out here dumb. We are articulating what our pain is, what our hurt is, and so we consulted on the messaging, and then also we paid for it to be a sponsored ad right now. Actually, it just stopped running on social media.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I figured out how we're going to do this tonight. So at the party tonight, we're going to have the live stream. Obviously, we're going to be doing coverage. We got a lineup of guests from state representatives down to activists. We may have a guest appearance by somebody that you know very well. All that's going to be on the live stream. But adjacent to the live stream is going to be the Zoom party that everyone is invited to. I'm currently building the landing page as we speak. So I'll have that landing page up before the end of the stream so that you can go and give us your email address and register, because that's the barrier to entry, right? We got to at least put a something there to block some of the trolls. But you can come into the actual Zoom party. We got a DJ. I got the DJ lineup. He will be jamming from 7 p.m. to 1 in the morning, right? He's going to be jamming. But when we bring the Zoom party live on air, because of copyright issues, every time we bring the Zoom party live on air, we're going to be playing that Turn This Motherfucker Blue. That's what we're going to be doing.
Hey, real quick, man. I'm not going to give up 2 of our special guests, but I am going to give up 2 of them that are special, but I just want to give a shout out to them for showing up. And these 2 are Carlos Chavez and my brother Carlos from Birmingham. If y'all don't know this brother right here, he one of the realest brothers. He's one of the realest black organizers in America.
Is that the brother that was on my first time coming on?
Yeah,
that brother dope.
Yeah, he was, and he was a little. First off, Carlos would turn on his Facebook page, he gonna get about 200, 300 people watching his live every single time out of Birmingham. Like, he's doing real dope organizing out of Birmingham. He's been doing it for a while now. And also my man Jamal Williams, man. Jamal.
Oh yeah, Jamal, yeah.
Yeah, Jamal. I said Williams. What's Jamal's last name? Is that
Green?
his last name?
Jamal Green.
Yeah, Green. I'm tripping.
From Chicago.
Jamal Green, Bernie Sanders surrogate, man, out of Chicago, man. Jamal, like, if y'all don't know it, Jamal did some of the dopest organizing this year about black reparations, direct black reparations that I've ever seen. And this is what he did, because we don't have enough time tonight to get into it, but this is what Jamal did. Jamal saw that Chase Manhattan Bank only gave black business people 1% out of all of the money that they had in Chicago. They only gave black business people 1% of the business loans in the city of Chicago. So you know what Jamal did? And this is what I hope that all of our Trap Squad understands. You can make a difference. Jamal took all of the whole hood, the whole hood to Chase Manhattan Bank.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Jamal took the whole hood to Chase Manhattan Bank, walked in and said, "Okay, guys, I'm about to protest y'all until y'all decide to start giving black people the same amount of loans that y'all give white people in our neighborhoods." And then he walked outside and commenced to shutting that down.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamal, man. Jamal, I love you, bro. If you're watching right now, man, I don't know if you're watching or not, but that brother is amazing, man. And he was a Bernie surrogate.
Monday, real quick. Dango Bango wants to know if that video is on YouTube. The Turn This Motherfucker Blue. Is that on YouTube?
I think it is. I know it's on Facebook.
Because you can open it. Yeah, drop a link at your.
We sent the link the last time. I'll send it again. All right.
Yeah, so grab it off of Facebook and watch it there. Go ahead, Marcus. You were saying. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link, Benny. Just drop the link in the YouTube chat.
All right, I'll do that.
Hey, I'm starting to be more and more of a fan of giving people flowers while they're here, right? So also, before this election season is over, I want to give a couple more flowers. Not even shout outs, but I want to give flowers. First, I got to give my own flowers to my own team. Ben Dixon, you've been talking about 2020 election for the past
20 years, feel like.
Yeah. You've been talking about it. You've been talking about the 2020 election when there was only like 5 people watching your live stream.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And if y'all don't give Ben his fucking flowers and them squirrels in that chat room right now, and if y'all don't give some money right now to this boy been putting that work in. Yeah, I'm bigging my people up right now, but you gotta understand something. There was a time period where y'all weren't watching Ben because y'all thought Ben was a radical. Now everybody think like Ben, and that's dope. You know what I mean? So I'm giving my flowers to you right now, Ben.
Appreciate
Ben
that,
Dixon,
man.
you
Appreciate that love.
down for progressives, black progressives and progressives across the nation for a minute, man. I love you, bro. And lastly, man, come on, Mondale. You know what I mean? You get on my last motherfucking nerves, bro. I don't like you. You like, for real, I don't like you. I'll fight you on sight, my nigga. But on some real shit, man, the work that you've done with DFA and the work that you've done with Black Male Voter Project, people don't understand something. This is one thing that Mondale don't talk about. Mondale went to DFA when DFA was only trying to endorse white people. And the reason why you see so many black endorsements out of Democracy for America, one of the main reasons is because Mondale came up. I'll be very blatant. Mondale took my job. I was trying to apply for that same job with DFA, but my dog Mondale got it, and it couldn't have been a better person. And then he decided that there is still a major neglect for outreach to black people and outreach to black males. So that this brother had to start his own whole ass organization on his own, man. And like, y'all are just watching professionalism and y'all are watching the fight in real time. Like we do this, like Clickbaity Political Thirsttrap does this. So I'm gonna give both of y'all brothers y'all flowers this morning. Not to kiss y'all ass, but like, before we even get to this election, before we finish this election day, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that deserves some gifts. I think that deserves some super chats. I think that deserves some Patreon followers, knowing that the people that you were watching actually do it for real. You know, like Ben had his wife on here the other night. You know what I mean? And we didn't even acknowledge that. But that queen is one of the reasons that we are allowed to have this space right here. You know what I mean? She is, and the amount that the sisters that are involved with us, the moms that are involved with us. Hey,
are we doing that tonight? Are we doing that tonight?
We are.
Gonna do that?
I want to bring I want to bring my mama on tonight. She don't even know it, but I know she could talk.
I already talked to my mama and cleared it. So
I haven't cleared it, but my Rosemary, she'll be here. We'll get her. Damn, I'm Rosemary's baby.
You sending messages at 4:00 in the morning about bringing moms on the show. You ain't even cleared it with your.
That wasn't 4:00 in the goddamn morning.
You managed.
Is that why you said shaking my head or something? Yeah, nigga, that was midnight. That was midnight.
But it's 4:00.
That's 4:00 in the morning for you.
For those of us who woke up at 4 a.m., that's midnight. Listen, I want to say something.
Before you go too far, you know we got to reciprocate the love to our man Marcus Farrell. I know we don't have to, but we do have to. We going to because here's the thing, man. Let me tell you, Marcus is. I worked on a campaign in December, January, February, and as we were looking for a campaign manager, Marcus was one of the most recommended campaign managers out of everybody, and I know why. I see why. I hadn't had a chance to work with them before that campaign. Even though he didn't jump on that campaign, if my memory serves me correct, because in 2020 has been a fucking blur. But working with you on this project, man, has been dope, and I see why you are high in demand. Because not only do you know your shit, but you carry a level of passion that you don't find in these spaces, and the level of conviction that you don't find in these spaces. People just take these jobs to take the money. You're not interested in taking the money. You're interested in making some actual damn change. So giving you your flowers, man.
Appreciate that, bro, man. I really appreciate that, man.
Point of clarity. The political director job at DFA was not Marcus's job. I don't want people to think that I undercut Marcus.
That's good.
Because that shit came out like that. That ain't what happened.
That's true.
I can't win with Mondale at all.
No. I just don't want people to think I undercut you for a position that you were applying.
No, I didn't say that. See, you just went on.
No. You didn't say that. You didn't say that. But I see how people in the audience could have been like, he took Mondale's job. No. Y'all were applying for the same job.
Yeah, I didn't apply for the job. DFA asked me to apply. So just wanted to say that. But I do want to say that I met Marcus in political space. I think Marcus, the first time we met in person was probably a Netroots Nation conference, or was it Stacey Abrams? It was before Stacey. It was well before.
It was Net. I think it was Netroots.
Netroots when you was with Bernie. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That year?
Yeah.
So that would have been
Phoenix.
Okay.
So 2015.
2015. All right. So yeah. So I mean, like the work is. What happens is this people need to know this. Like, it's so easy to believe that politics is what you see on TV or the motherfuckers you see on TV. I'm just gonna say this to you: the motherfucking pundits on TV don't drive political thought in this world. For the most part, a couple people are still active in political work. A couple of them have never been active in political work. I'm just being 100, which actually, let me say that wrong. Majority of them have never been active in political work. They have political degrees. A couple of them have worked on a couple campaigns. So it's the world's fault that they think pundits that are on TV, MSNBC, CNN, Fox, whatever, are political experts. Y'all buy into that idea. I'm talking about, I know people who have never done an interview with any of those news stations that know way more about political strategy than all of those people on those channels. I said that to say this. There's a level of brilliance on this podcast. The reason I get up in the morning, the reason I put up with Marcus light skin ass day in, day out. It's because, like, you know, I applaud like motherfuckers who thought past what the headline said, and also can know that like fuckery is fuckery when it's fuckery. I also want to know that, I want to say that this is the motherfucking show, man. Like, I mean, literally, like, I'm excited about this show because I don't know a motherfucker that know more about, and what they always want to say is, oh, he's a black man expert. Motherfucker, I'll have you know, I've been turning out voters for 20 years. Like, not just black men, voters in general. And to be a black man expert means you're an expert on everything, because you can't know niggas and you don't know everybody else. If you can move brothers who don't care about nothing that y'all selling,
that's it.
Then we can definitely move everybody. So let them, like, I wanted to say that because I told y'all I was gonna do some bragging after this goddamn election. And the shit that we gonna talk about, the shit I was talking to you about last night, Marcus, about the DNC, bro. We got some shit to tell people. As a matter of fact, we ain't gotta wait till tomorrow. We can do it tonight, because I just think motherfuckers need to know, like, the shit, the levels motherfuckers are willing to go to try and discredit the work that folk do. And I got it out the fucking mud.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's right.
You know who else came highly recommended? I've known both of y'all longer than this year, but when we were looking for a field organizer, I got a recommendation for a field organizer that could come in and take 2 dimes and turn it into a win, no matter how late. And they literally said, it don't matter how late you bring this brother in. They said don't bring him in late, because he could do better work if you bring him in on time. But he said they had never seen somebody work miracles like Mondale Robinson. I was like, word, that's what's up.
So the thing about it is, like, and I think the reason is, like, I appreciate that, Ben, for real. But the thing is, Marcus will tell you this, I don't work on campaigns. I have a problem being somebody's staff. I don't play well with candidates, or more importantly, I don't play well with consultants. Like, the benefit I bring to campaigns is I come in and look at what your consultants just try to sell you and cuss them the fuck out, especially if you're a black or brown candidate, about the fuckery that they're trying to do and sell you. So that's the beauty of, like, the relationship I had with Stacey Abrams. We were able to push back through the name of DFA, like, and then the consultants could try to write me off, but we raised $400,000 for that candidacy. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Same thing with Andrew Gillum. The white consultants in Florida were trying to run a campaign that was whack as shit, and I got to say it on every Monday, on every consultant call. My name ain't nowhere on that document, but I cussed out consultants regularly to the point where they didn't want to invite me they wanted to change the goddamn Zoom link so the nigga went on the calls.
Yeah, no, this is important. This is important. I want to jump in here. This is important. What's really important for everybody to know is that Mondale ain't bullshitting right now. And I need everybody to understand that, like, the reason why some black men, some black people in general don't take jobs on campaigns is because, first off, we are just as knowledgeable. As a matter of fact, we're more knowledgeable about our communities and the communities that are needed to win than these consultants. But because these consultants have a LLC at the end of it, and they've been doing certain work around our community, like around our communities, but they've been doing certain work in DC, in the swamp, for years in comparison to, and then they just get known. Like, they get known in political circles. But that don't mean that they're better than us, and we know that. Right. And considering the fact, like Mondale just mentioned Andrew's campaign, I was offered that campaign manager position with Andrew. A lot of people don't know that, but I was offered that position. I didn't take it because I wanted to do something different. I wanted to run for office, but I was offered that position, and I had no, and in hindsight, that would have been a victory for me, or at the end of the day, and I'm not knocking any of the consultants, because I think some of Andrew's consultants were brilliant, and I think some of Andrew's consultants were shit. But what Mondale was saying was very important. I need everybody to understand this right here. When you take a position on a campaign, you are ad hoc and almost automatically have to fall in line with whatever budget that your campaign manager has. And we're not having that, right? Because we know that for the most part, the budget and the resources. That's why I love my black field directors. I love all of my field directors, all of my communication directors, right? All of my strategists, like in the internal campaign. But the problem with these campaigns is that they do not respect the consultants, do not respect the people who work on the campaign, who have to talk on a daily basis to the people that are actually going to vote for your motherfucking ass, right? So every time that me and Mondale turn down a campaign role, it's because we know the bullshit is about to happen. And I got to give a shout out to Mondale again, because we are notorious, and I'm at the point now. I'm also notorious where I can we can put pressure on campaigns outside of the internal struggle, and then we can say stuff like, well, I just raised you $200,000. I just raised you $400,000. You're going to listen to what the hell I have to say, and this money, let me find out that now one of y'all put that money into the black community.
Well, and to be clear, Marcus, because we had some people that we love on that campaign who did some amazing shit in the primary. Shout out to Chris. Right. Let's just say it like that. Field strategy came from Chris.
That's
in
right.
The primary and whatever people want to say. We won the primary and lost the general election. I'm gonna leave it at that. And Chris wasn't around for the general election, so you could take from that what you want to. I just know how disposable sometimes black men become when they are on campaigns, and it usually is, regardless of what happens or how amazing the work is at the beginning. What happens at the end is always absent the black man, and I just wanted to say that because I think a lot of the times we talk about, like, I hear these people talking about the work they do, and I'm gonna give y'all a great example. All right, people have been running campaigns in Florida. Supposedly Florida is, Florida is one of the most expensive states to play politics in, right?
Point blank.
So when I went down to Florida, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell all my business. How about that?
Go ahead.
So I submitted a there was this group that were gonna run a $20 million IE for Charlie Chris shit. Let me go ahead and put it out there. I'm naming names, right? And so I submitted a proposal for that $20 million thing. They rejected my shit. I in turn went to a white guy and said, "Yo, I'll write this white guy." I said, "I'll write this proposal for you. You just break bread with me, right? Break bread with me." Hold on. So I only took my name off the proposal. Same proposal. It got accepted, but I didn't even take my name off in all places. The same fucking proposal. So I ended up getting about $100,000 to run this shit, whereas I wrote the fucking program. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened was, so think about that. Think about what happens between $100,000 and $20 million, and what can happen for communities that look like ours, and also especially since this white guy who owned this.
Mondale, tell them what an IE is. They were lost on
independent
IE.
expenditure. I'm so sorry. An IE is you're not coordinating with the campaign. You're doing work on behalf of a candidate, but not directly with the candidate. It's what people call dark money. So anyway. So I want to talk about what happens in South Florida. So anyway, all of these organizations supposedly doing work in South. Some of them are doing great work. New Florida Majority. There's some other organizations that are doing great work. But for the most part, I get down there, the motherfucking money is upset. The white people upset, like, oh, there's no way you getting 33% inaccessible in these neighborhoods. Now we're thinking about it. We are in Broward County. So and this is how I know people have been lying for years about work in Florida. Because my cameras is I use the latest technology always. So they keep telling my people, yo, these numbers are fake. These people, there's no way you're getting 33% inaccessible, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, y'all cutting turf. Y'all ain't even never seen. Y'all ain't never drove. You don't know what you're talking about. Broward County is definitely 33% inaccessible. It's all gated communities with security guards. It's where a bunch of retirement communities are, and you can't get in them. So all of these years, people have been lying to you. These white consultants have been lying to you, saying they've had this many conversations, and it's impossible to have those conversations because you can't get in those gates without a code. And as soon as you get in there and start walking people's doors, the security gonna roll up on your ass with their SUV and tell you got these communities because they private property. And this is all over Broward. So I'm saying to you, in 2015, they didn't even know this much money. You can move this much money for politics, and they don't even know the landscape. You know what I'm saying? But these people responsible for this still got promoted up, got bigger contracts the following year, the next year, and even this year. So, yeah, man, fuck out of here with that. Experts.
Go ahead, Mark.
Experts over here.
Yeah, narratives are a motherfucker, man. Like, and when it comes down to who wins elections, what you might find out is that the field teams and for the most part, historically, field teams are where the black people are. And that's because racism, right? In current political campaigns, if you want to find the black people, if people tout their diversity, they mostly are touting the field team because they need black people to talk to other black people on behalf. And what they try,
or they don't trust Negroes with the money.
Yeah, that's right. And they try to keep black folks out of comms. They try to keep black folks out of strategy. They try to keep black folks out of like finance. Finance and management, right? Most importantly, finance, right? They try to keep black folks out of it in modern campaigns. Yeah. So, today's election day, so I'm gonna keep it 1,000. And I'm gonna go back to one of my first campaigns, Alvin Brown, in 2011. Let me tell y'all something. I managed to get the first black mayor of Jacksonville, Florida, elected. Me and Angie Nixon and Tom Bacody. And we were all in the field. And what happened is at the end of the campaign, like the Florida Democratic Party at the time, and I'm not talking about everybody in there, I'm talking about the powers that be that tried to change the narrative, saying that one little commercial that they aired on the Sunday before the election was the reason why the first black mayor of Jacksonville, Florida was elected. What they neglected to do was they neglected to count that the field team had knocked on every black door in Jacksonville 3 times. Every eligible black door in Jacksonville was knocked on 3 times to increase turnout. And to be honest with you, we had a higher turnout in 2011 for Alvin Brown in the primary than Barack Obama did in the primary in Jacksonville, Florida, right? But they were allowed to create a narrative that the rich white boys who made the goddamn commercials were the ones that actually won the election, and they aired one commercial. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Alvin, because Alvin refuses to this day. He refuses to allow the narrative that those commercials were the reason that he became the first black mayor. Now we can question what Alvin did once he got in, but one thing that he is gonna do is he'll tell you to this day, without us and without the black folks that worked on that campaign, he wouldn't have won. And we have to control narratives also. We have to control narratives. So when you donate to a campaign, I want to tell America this real quick, and then we can move on. When you donate to a campaign, you become an investor in that campaign. And every single investor in America, if you talk about capitalism, has a voice. Has a voice. So from now on, when y'all donating to campaigns, ask what's about to happen with that money. Start asking, even if it's $1. Even if it's 50 cents, say, I'm about to donate 50 cents to your campaign. Where's this money going? Is it going to the community? Is it going to talking to African Americans and Latinx folks and middle class and lower class people in general? Or is it going to a television commercial? Because I don't want to waste my time on spending my money to get one person rich, right? Mm-hmm. And this is important because until we start doing that with our money, we're going to continue to see losses. And you wonder why you donate $400, $500 to a campaign and your candidate lost. That's because your consultant got $400 out of that $500 that you donated. And that's the problem.
Oh, man. The only thing I'm going to add to this is I have spent the most limited amount of time in this campaigning / consulting space out of anybody on this platform. Like by magnitudes of order, my thing is media. But let me tell you, that little block of time that I dealt with these consultants, not only is everything that y'all said true, it's doubly, triply true. And you add on top of it that some of the consultants might be good, but the ones I ran into, their quality of work just does not compare to anything that I've seen just some random Joe off the street do. Like when you talk about the money they charge, the kind of obscene money they charge, and there's sometimes there's a disconnect in the campaigns. When you think about this money being donated by people who are giving like $27, people who are giving small dollar amounts, that
right.
money is amalgamated into large amounts of dollars. So your $27 is playing a big role in somebody taking home $20 million, and their work ain't about shit a lot of times. And a lot of times they're just giving this money to white consultants because they've been there the longest, and they are charging you 10 times as much as a black consultant would charge you, not because our work is any less. In fact, our work is better. What's that saying? Somebody said in the chat room. We say it all the time. We got to work twice as hard to get half as much. And that's just from my experience. I saw it firsthand. I'm like, holy shit, is this what y'all been dealing with all these years?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what we've been dealing with. And like living in that space will take years off of you, man. One thing that I said to myself, and I actually pray for my brother Mondale, is I don't want to be in my mid 40s and have a heart attack because white people don't want to listen to me. I don't, right? And let me tell you how
I don't give a fuck about white people. I'm over here doing.
Yeah,
no,
no,
Mondale, check our thread, our message thread. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to be lame. I'm sorry. I don't want to be lame when I say this right here, but I gotta say it, man. Like we spend so much time, money, and effort as black people on political campaigns, trying our motherfucking hardest to like win elections, and we come in with pure intentions, and then we find out that there is a whole consultant class. And yes, we rail on the consultants a lot, but y'all don't understand. It's consultants are the real reason why we don't win as many campaigns as we supposed to.
Yep.
Y'all wonder why y'all bust y'all ass making phone calls and shit like that,
and still don't win.
Listen. You don't have to make them phone calls. The campaign could hire 45 people to make phone calls if they wanted to, but they already spent that money on a fuck-ass commercial that's lame. And if you look at political commercials in general, not the really cool ones, but in general, if you look at political commercials, they all look like the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, they got getting your booty to the pole.
That's right. That's right.
This motherfucker blue.
Yeah, like Mondale and myself, I got rap commercials. I've got rap songs for candidates that I've done in the past. But if you think about what a normal political commercial looks like,
you got to know what's going to happen in it.
Yeah, it's a person standing in front of a porch, or standing in front of a house, or standing in front of a park, and they say, "I care about education." And they're looking directly at the camera, and they say something cute as hell, right? And that shit all seems like the same thing, instead of something that's like, hey man, let me do something that catches the community's eyes. But because of these consultants, they are so narrow-minded, man. Oh my God, I'm sorry, America. They're so narrow-minded, and they keep getting hired over and over and over again.
And then they got the nerve, bro. They got the nerve to charge more even after they lost the previous election. They come in with their email list and they try to charge triple what they charge. But you lost. How you gonna raise your prices as if you had a victory in the bag and you lost?
Yeah, no, they get away with it. So go ahead, Mondale. I'm sorry.
And ranting, but we're not. This
oh man, you breaking
something
up.
That affects the not just like what?
You back. You were breaking up for a second, but you good now.
Yeah, this is not something that like we're talking about because it affects our dollars. We're talking about something that affects the politics of Black communities, which means it affects the lived experience of Black folk regularly. So this it may sound like a rant on the white political consultant class. It's not. It's a critique. It's a continuation of the critique of the way we play politics in this country, because people play politics, white people in general, but Black people die from politics specifically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so this is why this conversation is necessary. We know this is the election day edition of the Morning Trap, and we're going to continue that. We have two other people that are going to join from polling places or from the streets or around the country. So we hear that, we know that, but what I'm saying to you all is this is a serious part of the conversation, and it has to be in the ethos when you're thinking about what and why politics look the way they look in this country.
That's love. That's love. Who we got coming up, man?
We got Dr. Denitra Sherman. She has a PhD in policy and social justice from
Hell
Drexel.
yeah.
And she's dope as hell. She's from Georgia, but she in Philadelphia, and she just had an incident with a Black man. Y'all dancing over there, Ben?
Nah, he want to show his little muscles. Show me a little. Go for it,
Ben
man.
Jr., what's up, man?
So yeah. So she had an incident this morning when she went to go vote with the white man with the Blue Lives Matter face mask on. So she's gonna come tell us about that incident and also what's going on with the voting in Philadelphia right now. And then we got Ben Weaver from Florida, who's down at the polls as well. He's gonna jump on after her as well.
Nice.
I see the sister right now. She just popped in.
Hey, what's up, sis?
She's in. Let me bring her onto the screen. You are
Oh,
live.
you got
Thank you
the
so
hat
much for
on.
joining us. Look, y'all be coming with the
so much.
Phillies on this show.
The
My
hat, bro. They're
God.
killing the brim. So like, let me introduce you. This is Dr. Denitra Sherman, D PhD, Dr. Denitra Sherman, who is dope with a PhD, like I said, in policy and social justice from Drexel, and I think a BS in psychology, biology. Yeah, biology. She dope as hell, y'all. She a real ass sister from the South, up in the Northeast, doing major work around politics and pushing for our communities, supporting candidates, and also issues that are important and pertinent. Right now, she's up here to talk about what's going on in Philly right now, and also to talk about that incident with that white boy with that damn Blue Lives Matter mask. Go ahead, sis.
Well, good morning. Good morning. I definitely appreciate you all for having me. I will say, folks who are tuned in, listening in the state of Pennsylvania, but definitely in Philadelphia, if you have not taken your butts to the poll yet to go and vote, please make sure you go out and vote, because our life at this point truly, truly, truly depends on it. If you have not turned in your mail-in ballot, please go drop it off ASAP right now at a satellite office at a Dropbox location, because we need to make sure that every vote is counted. I myself, I got up a little too late. I was supposed to be up first thing in the morning, but ended up getting to the polls at 7:30. I was in line for like an hour, but I stayed in line. I will say, when it comes to our commissioners down at the elections office, they need to get it together and tighten up a little bit, because the lines were a little bit longer because of people not having their stuff together. But I stayed in line, and it was funny because before I hopped on, I was telling Mondale, I was like, it's hard sometimes, especially when you stand in these lines, and I'm just sitting there chilling, minding my own business, and this guy come up with his little Blue Lives Matter, mask, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You're around all these Black folks. This lady was joking, saying, oh, I'm ready to get Trump out, Trump out. Man was quiet as a mouse. Didn't say anything, turned his head around. Didn't say anything. But again, like I said, it's just important for us to turn out. And I think, especially in looking at Philadelphia and understanding what's at risk and what's on the ballot, especially when we talk about police reform and police brutality, with everything that happened here with the young man, Walter Wallace Jr., people are fired up and ready to go. People are wanting change. People need change. And it's time for us to have people in office that are going to actually be a voice and an advocate for the people. And one of the things that I stress, and it's very important for people to recognize, is that we should be voting every year. And this presidential election is very, very important. But when we talk about elections, we also need to understand the importance of voting for local offices and state offices, because we do have folks on the ballot this go round who are up for some of our state seats. And that when it's time for decisions to be made at the state level here in Pennsylvania, especially in Philadelphia. The people that were voting for the state reps, for the city council members and all of those things, those are the people who are actually making the decisions and really impacting what we have going on a day-to-day basis. So again, for me, it's just really just stressing the importance for folks to go out and vote. I'll probably be going around Philly, hopping on some like motorcades and, getting people energized, bringing some music to the polls, just for people to feel vitalized. We got folks out here, passing out lit to support, the Black Male Voter Project, to make sure that we're making sure that our Black men are turning out to the polls. And it's so important, especially as well for the Black men, because with this election, they have been feeling left out. And I can't speak for all of you all on the call, but, Black men have been feeling left out. They don't feel like they have been engaged by the Biden and, the Harris campaign. And so for me, it's just doing my part to not just make sure my sisters get there, but also my brothers get there. So again, if you in Philly, take that ass to the polls and vote.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. So, hey, listen, real quick question, sis. First, appreciate you coming on. We know that we know that you're in the middle of doing all the hard work. What are you seeing when it comes down to being outside today at the polls? We're all inside of our houses right now. What are you seeing right now when it comes down to turnout and excitement at the polls, or has everybody already voted already? Like what are you seeing actively right now at this moment?
Yeah, so there have been a substantial amount of people who have voted early, quote unquote, and vote by mail, but there are also, the lines are going to be long. Everybody that I know who voted this morning and going at 7 or right at 7:30 have been in line for at least an hour, and people are turning out. And I think when we also talk about this election, people feel that, it's just going to be Republicans showing out and going to the polls, but Democrats are out, Black and brown people are out, especially when we think about voter disenfranchisement and having a trust in the process. People want to make sure their votes are being counted. So it's well, damn, I'm going to the poll. And then on top of that, I've seen a number of people, especially at my polling location, who actually decided, you know what, instead of voting by mail, I'm going to take my ballot, I'm going to turn it in so I can actually vote on a machine and make sure that my vote is being counted. So people are going to be out there. The lines are going to be long. I think the lines may be longer depending on what part of town that you're in, but people are showing up, people are going to vote. And like I said, the people are also changing their mind about the whole mail-in ballot and actually taking their ballots to the polls or turning them in to vote in person.
That's love. That's love.
Dope. I go ahead, Ben.
No, y'all got it. I'm about to just drop her name on the screen so the audience, everybody wants to know who she is. Who is this?
Make sure you spell my name right.
Danitera. She will go ham.
Hang on. Let me put myself on the screen. I'm like, God damn. Let me put myself on the screen. Damn, I can't get a goddamn break. I'm going to put your name up there, right?
Denny.
Danitera Sherman, bro. Sherman like the clumps. Sherman like the clumps.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first time meeting her. She's, God damn.
Been one of them uncles that just call you whatever the hell come out.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Anybody who watch my show on a regular basis, no, I can't pronounce nobody goddamn name. I don't care how much education I got. I be messing up everybody. I be messing up John and James and stuff. But all right, I'm gonna take myself back off the screen and y'all finish talking so I can put her name on the screen so people can know who this woman is who came on this show early in the morning and just clown me in 2 seconds flat. That's all right. Go ahead.
I wasn't trying to clown you. I'm sorry.
It's all love. It's all love.
You're doing something right, sister, because we have the highest amount of people watching this live on YouTube that we've ever had.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't know if I want to put it on you, but well done. Obviously, our fans like you. So keep doing the work.
We at 1,000. We are at 1,020 people who are watching us across all the platforms, and this is our first time breaking 1,000 with this stream. So keep speaking that truth to power.
Look at those good vibes coming on. All right,
I don't know about that. Don't
gotta bring me back.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Because you be asking for a check tomorrow. Nah, I'm just joking. Doc, thank you so much. Thank you for taking time to spend some quick minutes with us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Continue to work. We appreciate you. Thank you for how you show up.
Mondale, you had to kick her off the show that quick.
No,
He's a hater.
Yo, listen, she'll be asking for a check immediately, bro. What you talking about? Get her off. That PhD.
He's just a hater, y'all.
Denitra Sherman, PhD. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right,
thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Thank you for pulling over to do this interview with us. We appreciate that for real.
Yeah.
No problem. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
All right. Bye.
That was dope. Appreciate you.
That was kind of gangster, Mondale.
Yeah, she gangster.
That's what's up.
Who next? Next we got Dr. Maria Cole, another dope sister from down in Florida. She with the Blue Wave Coalition in Unified Palm Beach County, bro. So when that sister come on, we this is gonna be a dope conversation too. Her and Ben Weaver are out in these streets. They've been at the poll, I think, since 6:30 this morning, bro. So they're gonna give us what's going on, talk about the climate in Florida, especially Palm Beach and what's going on. They said they should be joining pretty soon. So
that's what's
man,
up.
we are out here in these streets trying to make sure that you all know that we are about this life as it pertains to bringing you real life incidents. So basically, what she said was if you think about it, it's a real life picture, real time picture of what these Trump supporters have been doing when they get pushed back on, right? Like, so we saw the first time we saw it was when the brothers ran up on a security guard. Those Proud Boys ran up on a security guard, and the other brother, he thought they was gonna back this brother down because they were strapped up and trying to intimidate him. First, the black man was like, "Yo," it was just in their face, like, "What, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna intimidate me."
We got that clip.
Well, I don't want to show that clip because the security guard killed one of the Proud Boys in that clip, and that's too much trauma for him. So, like,
I didn't know.
When they ran up on him, he just like he let him have it. Like, you're not. Like, y'all are strapped. Y'all up here acting hostile. You all got your hands on your clip. He let off.
Watch this.
Killed him. And then the
Fuck
second
around and found out, huh?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And then the second thing,
I do want to, before we bring on Dr. Cole, I gotta ask both of you gentlemen a question real quick, and it's an important question. What race today that are you guys most excited for? Is it the presidential race? Is it a congressional race? Is it a U.S. Senate race? What race today is it a ballot initiative? What result do you want to see the most today?
Yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say it was the presidential election. Because for all the reasons. But there are a lot of important races that are going on. But for me, the one I'm watching the hardest is Biden versus Trump.
How about you, Mondale?
I mean, we would be remiss. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Here you go.
I would be remiss if I didn't say that. No, I know that the presidential election is not the most important, only important election on the ballot. I'm extremely tuned in on this presidential election. I would be lying if I didn't say that.
I can't front, guys. I don't really care as much about the presidential election. I care more about Jamie Harrison than the presidential election. I want to see Jamie take out that guy.
Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey, I didn't even want to say his name. I want to see Jamie take out Lindsey Graham more than I want to see Trump get taken out by Joe Biden, believe it or not. But of course I want to see Joe Biden win this election, but my guy is Jamie right now. Just because of the historical aspect of it, just because of South Carolina, just because South Carolina was one of the first entry points for black people in America. When it comes down to Charleston being like literally the American gateway to slavery, and then that state being represented statewide by a black person, and considering my love for Black South Carolinian history, considering my love for the first congressman, one of the first black congressmen out of South Carolina in the 1800s, Robert Small, like all of that matters to me right now. I think South Carolina is a accumulation of a lot of history, so that's the reason why I say that right there. But Trap Squad, I do want to leave in the comments, leave what race is important to you today. We wouldn't mind seeing that.
We got a couple people who been okay. We got our Mondale.
There she go. Hey,
you are live on the air.
Hey, Dr. Cole.
Dr. Cole, what's up is this?
I just want you to know that real organizers wear hoodies on election day.
Yeah, what I'm talking about.
Right?
Put that hoodie up.
Dr. Cole, what's good, sis?
What's good?
Hey, I know you're down.
To you guys.
Hey, we miss talking to you. It's good to be up here. It's good to see you again. Tell us what's going on in Florida. What people are doing at the polls right now. Where you at? Tell me what you see.
I'm in Riviera Beach right now. I've been in Riviera Beach for all 2 weeks of early voting. As the first hour of election day voting today, we had 3 first-time voters.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Dope.
First hour. So it was a good feeling. Feeling. Yeah. But you guys were talking about what races were exciting today. I do agree with Marcus. I'd like to see Jamie Harrison win, but I also want to acknowledge that Mike Espy has run a hell of a race.
Come on now.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think there's a harder working man running for Senate right now than Mike Espy. So
that's right.
I do want to give props to him.
Yeah. I think that's right. I think and what people don't know is right now he's doing better than Biden in Mississippi for that Senate seat. So I think that's worth noting. I appreciate you mentioning that. We actually have a field team down in Mississippi, and it is extremely important for us to ensure that people know that Mississippi is possible when we're working.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. There's a lot of untapped potential across the South, but you talk about that all the time. So
Indeed.
Yeah, for our viewers first, I need to do this disclaimer. Dr. Maria Cole has saved my life, literally, a couple of times. No, throughout my professional career. And I if I don't do this on my show now that you're on, thank you.
You're welcome. You know I love you.
I know that. Like, thank you.
I have another brother named Marcus, and I will trade you for him any day.
Damn. Somebody likes me, Mondale.
Damn.
Well, damn.
So how are the polls looking this morning? First off, I did work down there. You remember? I think you remember when I did work down there. I actually worked for what is it? I forgot his name. Matter of fact, the only person I know is Mayor Masters right now. The former Mayor Masters. Yeah, Mayor Masters from Riviera Beach.
Riviera,
yeah. So
Bishop Masters.
We have to talk about that offline. But I think it was Mac Bernard that you helped out. Yeah,
yes, that's right.
He's actually running for his second term as county commissioner. And you know that after that, I don't know what he's going to do because we have term limits on our county commissioner. So this will be his second term, and I think he's running unopposed. So I'm sure he'll be fine.
Like, I want to give a quick story. Mac was running for state senate, and Mac Bernard lost his race for state senate by 7 votes.
That's right.
7 votes. And he was supposed to lose by thousands of votes. And what that brother managed to do was talk to every black person, every Haitian person, and had one of the highest turnouts in history by actually one, and definitely I think the highest turnout in history when it comes down to Haitian voters in that area. So good on him. Now, would you do us a favor real quick, sister, Dr. Cole? Would you tell us what it's looking like in South Florida right now in the environment, and what Florida is going to look like in your opinion in general, and whether it's going to go for Biden or not today?
You know what? I think it's going to be close. And you know, the same things that we keep talking about are the same things that have plagued this race in the state of Florida this whole time. And we don't do enough talking to new voters. We don't do enough talking to black voters. And then the interesting thing is that you had all of these third-party people coming in and talking to that same narrow universe of likely voters, right? Those are not the people we need to be talking to. We need to be talking to new voters. We need to be talking in the black community. You know, and I just don't think that we've done enough of that. And I'll give you an example. In District 88, which is where we're doing most of our work, there were about 6,000 people who had not voted as of Sunday night in that one district. And it's a predominantly black community. So I just think, you know, when you talk about losing a governor's race by 15,000 votes, that's a lot of people just in one district. Right.
You're
so
right.
I think that we need to do a better job. And if we don't win, it's not our fault. I'm gonna just put it to you that way.
Right.
You know.
So Dr. Cole, what Ben and actually yourself have been telling me about the work that you've been doing down there. Would you kind of go into what the work is that you've been doing for the last 2 weeks, and how the importance of of what you're attempting to do and what you have done is?
Well, see, that's just it. I haven't been doing it for the last 2 weeks. I've been doing it for like the last 12 years.
My bad, sister.
No, no, but that's what I'm saying is that I think that the problem that the party has is that they like to come into a community like this at the last 2 weeks and just start shoving palm cards in people's faces. I think the Black community in particular requires what I like to call deep organizing, right? Like we build relationships and we talk to people. We were sitting under the tent. Like we're over here at this polling location now and we got a comfort corner with coffee and everything else. And we're talking about politics. The only thing that's different today is that we're not in a barbershop, right? We still talk about politics. We talk about what local issues and what's going on in the community. And that hasn't stopped even today. Like people come either that they're voting or they are poll watchers or whatever. They're coming over there and we're still talking about what's happening locally. And what we're doing is talking about things that are happening locally and encouraging people to vote up ballot. Right. We talk about our judges and our sheriffs and things like that. And that's where most of that interest is. And then we build on that. We start talking about, well, who's hiring the police chief, city council? OK, let's talk about these people and their voting record and what they're doing there. Right. But we also talk about housing justice issues. Right. And so you have a lot of elected officials that we're not letting off the hook because they happen to get the support of slumlords, right? And when it comes to that, they'll know that not all skin folk are kinfolk.
That's right.
So those are the kinds of things that we do, but that's not something that we do in 2 weeks. We do that and we build off of that and we start, because, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? We always say that. Yeah. And
that's right.
These issues are not just issues about getting somebody elected. Like, I don't want you elected. I don't care whether you've got a D behind your name or if you're Black or whatever, if you are not being about what is going to make this community better.
That's right, Dr. Cole. No, those are powerful words. We know that you're busy. We know that you are actually doing your thing in South Florida. Again, you've personally helped me out. You've helped this show out. A lot of our Thirsttrap squad really doesn't know. You behind the scenes, you're just as important to this show as you are.
I appreciate you. I really do, and I enjoy my morning coffee with the three of you every day. Truly,
that's love.
It is the highlight of my day. So if there's anything I could ever do to support you, you know that I'm gonna do it.
Thank you, Dr. Cole. Man, Mondale, what's up, man? You brought Dr. Cole on. You ain't say damn thing to it.
It's hard to do when you over there looking like a light-skinned peach. I'm running the conversation. Jesus. Sis, thank you so much. What's understood ain't gotta be said. You and I text almost on a daily basis about a lot of things. I appreciate how you show up in the world. It is overwhelming for my heart to know that you are out here and also the way you show up for brothers and Black people in general. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think you guys had a full conversation, so I appreciate it.
I ain't gonna disrespect you while Dr. Cole on.
Wait,
I'm gonna wait for her to say what I got to say.
Did I hear Ben in the background asking if he could say hello? I knew it. I knew it.
You know the white squirrel needs attention.
This is the one who was pushing all that squirrel chipmunk shit.
Yo, guy right there. That's the squirrel propaganda.
Started it.
Yo, melanin-free squirrel ass. Come on,
Wait a minute. I didn't know Ben was in the car. This is beautiful.
That's what's up, man.
Look, this is where the white squirrel come from, though.
That ain't where the white squirrel come from. No. That's just the part of the whiteness. But we appreciate you, man. We love you on this show.
Hold on. Can I intro one of my best friends? Can I intro him?
Do that.
Listen, Trap Squad. Benjamin Weaver, aka Ben America, is one of my literally one of my best friends. I invited him to my wedding. I've had, like, whenever I go to the hospital, he knows exactly where I'm at. He was a soft ass hippie until he realized he needed to get paid, right? and now he's a gangster ass politico. He just managed one of his first campaigns, and he actually is one of the reasons why I was involved in politics. He knew me way before I even started knocking on doors and talking to people, and it is truly a treasure to actually have my brother on this show right now. I didn't realize he was sitting next to Maria, man. First, Ben, I love you. Second, I think this is a great opportunity for Benjamin Dixon to ether your ass real quick.
Hey, I've already said what needed to be said.
Ready. Let me get him. Let me tag me in, Ben. Fuck out of here. Tag me in.
I was gonna let the man off the hook. Go ahead, Mondale. Like, hey, I'm trying to set up this Zoom call. Go ahead, take it. Do it for me.
What is he responsible for, Mondale?
Stop, Marcus. Hold it. Looking like a Q-tip with a Laker hat on. Hold on. I ain't there. Hold on. Looking like an unanswered question. Hold on. I ain't there. Looking like a
let me let this man off the air.
Coal miner. Go ahead.
No, first off, I want to say something about Mondale. First off, Marcus, you know I love you, and you are one of the closest males in my life to me, and every time I get on the ground, every time I get a whiff of a campaign, you know you're one of the first people I call, because, you know, we're in this for life. I'm going to tell y'all a story real quick. I sat down at a bar about 8 years ago, Marcus, 9 years ago.
Way longer than that, bro.
And I started a conversation with this gentleman sitting next to me. 20 minutes in the conversation, I'm like, man, you should be in politics. Then this dude turns out to be Bernie Sanders, National African American Outreach Director, while I'm sitting in Jacksonville calling him going, hey, man, I know you could use me for something. Mondale, when I got on the ground on the last campaign I was on, the candidate was an African-American woman. I knew that I was not qualified to speak to the community in a way that I know that you are a subject matter expert on. You were one of my first phone calls. You gave me a lot of great advice to help me get started on that, told me what I needed to know. You will always be one of my first phone calls right after Marcus. And I just want you to know that I so appreciate you. I'm about to run out of battery in here.
Thank God.
Thank God. And
hey, your hand look like you got Tourette's.
Hold on, Marcus. He about to go for Ben. Go ahead.
And Ben.
Yo, what up, man?
I was on you. Anoa put me onto you. I'd started paying attention to you back before these gentlemen joined. When I remember when Marcus first started talking about Clickbaity, wanting to do it. When I saw you come on with them, I knew the chemistry was right. I knew this was going to be big. And that's why I'm proud to be down with the Thirsttrap and hashtag Thirsttrap for life. You guys are doing it, and I really appreciate what you do. Watch you every morning. Throw up them squirrels.
Throw up them squirrels. Throw up them chipmunks. Hey, y'all playing around. Watch me. I am turning that into a clothing line. It's gonna be the Chip Squad clothing line, and yeah. So keep on throwing up them squirrels. Watch him do something. Watch me do something with it. Ben,
right,
we appreciate you,
so
man.
much.
We
Thank
appreciate your love, man.
Thank you, guys.
And Dr. Cole, we appreciate you so much.
Cole, we love you, sis.
I love you too.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Be blessed. Peace.
That's love, man.
That nigga say, you look like a Q-tip with a Laker hat on.
Q-tip with a Laker hat on.
Start that squirrel shit.
See, I ain't even gonna lie. I had to blaze just a little bit to just go into the zone that Mondale obviously stay in. Mondale stay in a roasting mode, bro.
Yeah, I was going petty.
It's a beautiful thing. First off, America, that white boy that y'all just saw is responsible for all the squirrel designs.
Man, where that main image? Hey, Ben, if you still listening, shoot me in text. Shoot me that image you did with all three of us as squirrels.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if you send that one image by itself, that's squirrel blackface, and I ain't really over it.
Which one? Your squirrel?
My damn squirrel, and then you need to associate that motherfucker with me. You something else.
That nigga black as hell.
He black as hell, but he your height, motherfucker.
God
damn it.
All right. We got it. We understand what time it is. Let's go. Who we got next? We got another guest coming up.
No, I didn't bring one on, man. I think our next guest is the whole Trap Squad.
That's what's up. All right, so I'm finishing up as we speak. What I've been working on is the landing page that everyone's gonna go to and we are putting the final touches on it. It will be ready before the stream is over. You're gonna go, you're gonna register, and you're gonna join us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is where we are going to be partying all night long. At the same time, you're going to have 2 screens open tonight. One screen is for the Zoom party. That's where the DJ going to be playing from 7 p.m. to 1 in the morning. Make sure that's the one that's connected to your sound system or to your headphones, to your good headphones, or whatever you're going to listen to it on. On the other screen, you need to have the live stream up. And the live stream is where we're going to be doing coverage. We got our producers on deck. I got 3 guys who are on deck who are going to be feeding us all the data all night long. Images and graphics is going to be a production. And then at the same time, we're going to be jumping in and out of that party. The music goes all night long and the coverage goes all night long.
And just as sure as you know Ben gonna wear a blue shirt, you know we're gonna have a goddamn good time.
Well, I'm wondering. I was gonna say, are we trying to dress like we trying to put on suits tonight?
Nigga,
we doing it like we normally do it?
This is a suit.
So, like I said, are we gonna be wearing suits tonight? Are we gonna
be suit, choir boy?
Damn.
First off,
Ben Weaver. Hold on, Marcus. Ben Weaver, can we get a church squirrel?
Playing the piano.
Yeah. Do that shit
with some shades on, motherfucker.
Hey, no, don't let that bully Mondale bully you there, Ben Dixon.
Man, listen. Listen.
It was just a part of the joke, Marcus.
I'm actually doing work over here. That nigga over there just freeloading like he normally does. I'm over here trying to make sure that we got the link. I am simultaneously commentating and building this landing page, redirecting the link so that people could go. I'm doing the work over here.
I swear my team just sent you that goddamn link.
Yeah, because I asked them to, bro.
Yeah, so
you didn't even understand. Do I need to put? You said, "Ben, I don't understand what Ben is saying. Can y'all help him out?"
Exactly.
Credentials, bro. I said, ask for credentials, bro.
All right. We're gonna have special guests tonight, folks.
We got a lot of special guests. Let's say.
Yeah,
y'all want to run through them?
We're gonna have some people that you don't know, some people that you really do know. Hey, listen, we just ain't ratchet and cussing. And nobody's paying attention, Trap Squad. Like, we are actually doing some shit that people want to be a part of. Some folks have called us up to be on the show. And I'm going to tell you blatantly, between Ben and Mondale, we've turned some people down that really want to be on the show. Why? Yeah. Because we don't think they can handle it, right? So when you see folks and guests that come on our show, they the trillers. You know what I mean? So tonight, Come party with the Trap Squad. Come party with Clickbaity, Trap Squad, and you know what I mean. We did our commercial break, but we didn't do this yesterday. If you want to find us, we are at Thirsttrap on Twitter. We on Patreon. You could just Google our name, Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap, on Patreon, and you'll find us. And if you want to find us on Facebook, we're Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. Share our posts, man. Like our posts. Tell your friends to come along. We're trying to do this for real. And also, if you're on, YouTube,
let's talk. Let me give up one guest that's coming. We got Jamie Petrikoff coming as well. So you all might not know that name off bat, but he's the producer, one of the producers of Zookeeper's Wife. He was executive producer on The Accountant, Mississippi Grind with Ryan Fleck, and so many movies. Big Eyes. So just y'all gonna see how connected the Thirst Trap is tonight. We might have some surprise folk coming too. Some people from the sports ball world. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Hey, but I was thinking, like, real talk, y'all should, when time permits, there should be a second show where y'all two just sit there and talk about sports. Notice I said y'all two because I got too much going on.
I don't know shit about sports. I just know LeBron James is my favorite player, and I go where he go. Period.
Okay, so it's coming, Ben.
That's already on your radar.
Yeah, it's already on my radar. It's coming, and I'll get Mondale up on sports ball a little bit because believe it or not, even though he likes,
I know a little bit.
No sports ball. That boy has a legit argument for everything, and the only reason why is because he hates being wrong. So therefore, he's gonna go immediately.
He'll dig in. He'll pull some data.
Yeah, he's gonna pull, and there's no better subject to pull stats on than sports.
Yeah,
there's no better like. I do like this, the fact that there's a lot of stats that can back shit up. So,
right.
Touche. Do the sports ball show. Call that shit Thirst Ball. I don't know.
Thirst Ball. Nice.
Thirst Ball.
And then
Trap
and
trap
instead
ball.
of having a basketball, we can have Ben face look on something that look like a
Ben
basketball.
Lewis,
It's the same size anyway.
Massachusetts.
Hey, we need a meme emoji of like a squirrel that's tinier than the basketball, and that's gonna be our That's gonna be.
And it's never gonna be 0-1. His name gonna be Ben.
Oh, but just so you know, I'm actually busy, so I can't do that show with y'all. Y'all got that one on lock. So
he said he's
but
busy.
y'all can still put me in the logo.
The fact that Ben is busy.
Yeah.
And we're not. I love that.
No, you're not. No. We all. Everybody know. Everybody know y'all out here doing the work, man.
Mark,
You need some affirmations, black man. Black man, I know you busy. I know you out here doing the hard work. You out here organizing on a level that we haven't seen, and it's because of you, black man, King. It's because of you that black
King?
folk, King.
That was the first
I
time
see
this
you.
Negro ever used King on this show.
This motherfucker's hotepping.
Right now.
It's because of you and only you as your camera goes a little bit darker and we can't see you anymore. It's because of you and only. Oh, there it is. Get that light back up because we need to see this black king. It's because of you. Georgia going to go. I honestly believe, all jokes aside, Georgia going blue tonight. And it's honestly because, all jokes aside, Black Male Voter Project been doing the damn thing.
Here's what I'm going to say to Ben. I appreciate how you show up and how tall you look on camera, brother. And thank you for that. You look
no problem.
You like a full grown man on this camera, and I like that,
man.
bro.
Hey, bro, listen.
I'm just joking. Listen, y'all, we go in on each other, but I definitely respect that man's work.
This man, see, honestly, real talk. Mondale has been carefully crafting all of this since I clowned him about being in the Marines, and he has never forgotten. He has never forgotten the pain that he felt in that moment.
Wait, what happened?
Every day since.
Wait, what happened?
What happened? Don't act like you don't remember that.
I'm sorry. Man, so many people crack jokes on me daily. You got to know, like, I live around people who all they do is talk shit. They wake up and be like,
tell, bro. We could tell. You stay ready. You stay cocked and loaded to unload them on the.
Marcus, wait a minute.
Jesus, bro. We in the wrong space for that. Bro. We can't do that live on air. We do that off air. That's off air. Come on, we try not to get canceled here.
Hey, Ben gonna start slanging that thing again around here. Was yesterday.
Bro, hey.
I
thought about something. I said this when we got off air, but no, we need chairs that are fitted for the black men, for black men. You said black men cannot sit in a certain type of chair, but it's just not conducive to a 2-hour show. We need customized shits. I do have one little dilemma here. We lost you, Mondale.
We call him the man spread chair.
Because 2 hours in this seat here, and we all have gone off camera a little bit. Yeah, somebody said Otis Davis said Ben's gonna withhold the super chats. Nah, man. This pocket change, man. It's around in there. I'm gonna be glad to give them these boys this.
Hey, you see this elitist motherfucker right here? Like, pocket change, nigga. I need to pay my bills.
I'm joking.
Fuck out of here.
Listen. All due respect, love everything that y'all are doing to support the show. Mondale, what are you doing over there?
He changing backgrounds.
Hang on, let's go through your backgrounds, man. Show everybody you got technology.
Hey, if it ain't a trap in this background, sometime soon.
It's part of the program you're running, bro. I'm just literally using your background effects. This is your shit.
Yeah, we know, but keep going so everybody can see what you got. Christmas, Halloween. Mondale is like literally the feature. We just sitting here watching him scroll through. He's excited about this technology, bro.
Hey, my brother Mondale is a whole ass mood. But he gonna be in a bad mood when we don't get them super chats. We both gonna be in a goddamn bad mood when we get our goddamn money now.
I already resigned that Ben ain't sharing that shit, so I ain't even thinking about it.
Mondale, your mic is super low. We lost a whole lot of you right there. Hang on, let me bring everybody back on the screen. Nope, we don't want that one on the screen.
So listen, I've already considered that Ben's not gonna share that money with us, so I'm not even counting that shit. That's Ben's money.
It is.
Just like I know you over there buying cigars, expensive cigars with
that Patreon money.
Goddamn right. I mean, what the fuck is what's life without a Maduro? Fuck out of here.
We need a couple of those. Pass them around tonight. Go ahead, guys. I'm gonna take myself off screen for a minute because I do have a little tech issue here that I need to fix before I can give everybody the link. So I'm gonna go off screen for a second. Let y'all manage.
Hey, it's fine. Hey, Mondale. When it comes down to tonight's election, and I know you've been doing work across the country, and we both kind of do national stuff, man. I know I know there's a certain excitement about Biden, but I actually want to bring up one thing that is kind of amazing to me: the fact that Arizona is about to go blue.
Man.
Arizona, state of Arizona is about to go blue, America, and the county that Sheriff Joe Arpaio. If you don't know who Sheriff Joe Arpaio is, he's the former white sheriff of Maricopa County that literally drove tanks into Latinx neighborhoods to intimidate my Latinx brothers and sisters from not only voting but just existing, right? And now that county is going. Man, now not only is that county going blue, but the whole state is going blue. So I want to give a shout out to a couple of people. Whitney Walker. If I forget you, don't get mad at me. But Whitney Walker, Sarah Tyree, who else? Jevin Hodge. All the people who are about and I'm giving shout outs to black folks, but also Gunnell, what's her name? Julie Gunnell. Yeah. I talked to her on the phone. She's running for county attorney out there in Maricopa County. A really big shout out to the Senate candidates. Even though these Senate candidates in Arizona, they need to have more black staff and they need to address black issues better. I don't give a fuck. Yes, we got to vote for them to make sure that a Republican doesn't win, but y'all need to be more accountable to black voters in Arizona and brown voters in Arizona, and stop ignoring us. And also, I want to give a real big shout out to the godfather of Arizona black politics right now, Reginald Bolding, Representative Reginald Bolding. He's a brother. He's a friend. He runs Our Voice, Our Vote. And he is literally one of the dopest organizers in Arizona. So if you didn't know that there was black people in Arizona, now you know. And they're running for all kinds of offices.
Yeah. I mean, it's and we got some dope brown brothers and sisters out there, like Joanna Mendoza, who's also running most of her districts in that space as well. We got state senate, right? Yeah, state senate.
Yeah.
Adrian Fuentes. Yeah. So I mean, all of these people are running in that county, man. And these aren't like light people. These are progressives, and you already said, Whitney. So you know what I'm saying? These people aren't running like milquetoast candidates. I mean, or campaigns. They're actually out here being progressive out loud. And it's just showing people that for so long the consultants have been wrong and telling candidates that you can't be progressive in these spaces. What we're fucking learning is when you are progressive in these spaces, you turn out electorate more because you stand for something and folk want to hear that. So I'm super excited about what's going on in Arizona. I'm super excited what's going on with the electorate across the board this election cycle. And also I think after this election cycle, we get to shake up some shit in a real way and also get to call out some of this political consultant class that's been hurting us and holding us back in spaces like Mississippi, in spaces like South Carolina, spaces like Arizona, spaces like Georgia. And we get to imagine what it means to be a blue state and also what's a red state and why. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited about 2020. I said I'd be remiss if I'm not saying that I want orange thing gone, because I do. But what I'm really, really, really concerned about is like the turnout and what it says. I'm super excited to dive into the data all over this country when all the dust is gone. Not what the exit polls say, because we saw that people started saying shit that ain't real. For so long, people were like, oh yeah, 54% of white women voted for Hillary Clinton. I'm like, y'all talking about exit polls when in actuality that wasn't the real number when it shook out. You know what I'm saying? So don't bring to me some exit poll shit. I like to look at the real data. So and that's going to take a while for that happen. So I don't care what your exit polls are saying, because people can say anything to a camera and a microphone in front of their face after they've already voted. But once those numbers are counted, we know really, really real what's going on.
Hey, did we make political consultants a conversation on this show, Mondale? Did we expose the underbelly a little bit?
A little bit, brother. A
little bit, you know what I mean? And I think, and it's like, it might be weird to a lot of people that we actually talk about these consultants so much, but I want to reemphasize that y'all have no earthly idea how dangerous these white not all white consultants, but these certain segment of consultants have been for democracy on our side of the house. It's so problematic that unless we actually call it out. And let me tell you something. they already come after me. They don't like me. They come after me. I mean, they can't, you can't whoop my ass though. So if you can't, unless you can physically harm me, I'm gonna keep telling the truth, and I'm gonna keep telling the truth even if you can't physically harm me. But like, it's important that that our show is one of the first shows. I mean, we always talk about what the Republicans do, and we always talk about what the capitalists do, and we always talk about what I guess what like conservatives and MAGA crowd does, right? But the reason why our show is special is because we just got raw, unadulterated truth here. And what we talk about is everything that hurts our people. And one thing that a lot of the political class is very afraid of, one thing that the punditry class is very afraid of,
Marcus,
is fucking up their money.
Marcus, you froze, I think, a little bit. You said one thing the political class is effective, and that was it.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. One thing that the political class is afraid of is actually telling the truth about money sources, financial resources, right? The decisions that are made left and right about the money that is given to these people. I think that is one of the biggest issues of the left. Not even as much as policy, because these decisions that they make in these campaigns are the reason why policy gets dictated later on, because that's why they won't say certain things. Think about it, America. Think about it. Most of y'all just heard about reparations in 2016, if not 2020.
So I think Marcus, I hear you on that. I also think I don't know, man. I think I wish we lived in a world where blue checked didn't automatically mean you're an expert on everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, people can be blue check for music, yet and still we go to them for politics, or people can be blue check for basketball or NBA. Like for me, 2020. Here's the worst part of 2020, beside of all of the life lost because of COVID. The worst part is the perversion of the barbershop and what it means to black men.
Woo! Pause.
I mean, like,
pause, Mondale. Woo! Wait a minute. Before you go into that right there, I want you to get a pro disclaimer about what the barbershop means before you even get into it.
Yeah.
Because you about to go there. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So first of all, for anybody who don't know, barbershops are historically organizing spaces for black men, safe spaces for black men that were unadulterated by outsiders, and it wasn't the original understanding of the barbershop. The original understanding of the barbershop was during slavery, the only time a black man could be in a barbershop is if he was cutting white man's hair, right? And soon after slavery, immediately after slavery, it's where people went to have these organizing conversations. So even outside of the black church, the black barbershop played that space for black men. And 2020 has just perverted that. And I mean, it never stopped. Like, if you're looking for influence, black entrepreneurship happens in barbershops. Those are people who are pillars in our community, who have respect. I mean, I remember the barber being able to beat me for not sitting still or doing something in the shop when my mom dropped me off. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and this
right.
ain't no, it's not on no, I ain't talking about no perverted version of, perverted idea of bringing up a child, but I'm talking about like discipline that I needed for shit I was doing out of line, like so pop in my hand or something, for not sitting still or not sitting like in the chair waiting on my turn to get my haircut. And also I also remember other businesses being supported by the barbershop, the DVD guy, the tape guy, or anything coming in there selling stuff. So I'm just talking about spaces. And I remember my Uncle Jeff organizing like marches in the barbershop and Leroy's barbershop at home. So that is the history, and also the space at which barbers hold in our community. So to have, you know, HBO get involved in the barbershop through LeBron James, and then this last conversation I had with Barack Obama and LeBron, perverting the idea of being in a barbershop. And it was just a horrific, for me, it's a horrific experience thinking about how many brothers who own barbershops have like lost their, like, could lose their credibility for inviting white candidates in there. Then the candidates don't do what they say they're gonna do.
I got to push back on you a little bit.
Go ahead.
And the reason why is because real barbershop owners don't allow their space to be curated.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like these campaigns, like, first off, these campaigns, these networks that go into the barbershop thinking that they're going to have these, you know, fuck ass neoliberal conversations in a barbershop, that has to be curated, because you can't walk into NAM barbershop in America. I said NAM, N-A''A''N. You can't walk into NAM barbershop in America thinking that you're going to talk about, well, we passed the crime bill, or not even crime. I don't even gonna go to the crime bill. It's just, neoliberal thought process in black barbershops is going to get argued down to a place where neoliberals are going to be very uncomfortable. And I'm not trying to point at certain people because there's conservatives in the barbershop, there's neoliberals in the barbershop, just like any other aspect of America, because black people are not monolithic. But if you want to have these comfortable conversations and act like you're not going to get any pushback, a real barbershop is not going to allow you to have that. Right? A real barbershop is not going to allow you to have a narrative that's created that's complete fuckery to the community, because somebody in that barbershop, whether another barber or a patron, is going to say, you full of shit. And to be honest with you, that's the awesomeness of clickbaity political thirst trap. You are actually witnessing a part of the barbershop culture when you watch this show. So you're right, Mondale, like the perversion and the curated nature of what you see in barbershops across the board, and these chop it up. I mean, I'm not going to not chop it up. Today's election day. Tomorrow I'll do that. But today's election day. Go vote, folks. Go vote. But understand something. When it comes down to what you're seeing right now, this is the ethos of a barbershop. If you go into a black barbershop and you're a black male, at the end of the day, no matter how it comes, you're going to get some of the realest talk that happens, and you're going to get it from ignored voices. So if you faint of heart, you don't need to go to a black barbershop.
And Marcus, we also know that I just want to say something. I'm gonna give y'all some of my strategy and think about this, because this is how you know when you're talking to someone about black male voters, even if you're in regular conversation with people, white people or political folk, if they say to you that black men are apathetic about politics, you should end the conversation right there, because that person is just saying what the fuck they heard somewhere, either on TV, they read online, or they heard some other political elected official say that. I've heard black elected officials say that black men are apathetic. The barbershop is proof positive that black men are not apathetic. Apathetic means you don't care, you're nonchalant towards something. There's a level of antipathy that exists in black men about politics. That's hate. So and that may sound small, but it's not small, because the way you engage people for those two different emotions, it's completely different. You don't approach someone and try to persuade them who is apathetic to something the same way you do with someone who has a level of antipathy for something, right? If I'm nonchalant about something, that means I could be persuaded using a certain tactic. But if someone has a level of hate, that hate has to be addressed. And I think that's where party politics fail epically at reaching out to black men. They're trying to engage us as if we're apathetic, meaning we don't care about politics. But that's incorrect. The barbershop shows you that every black man has a political position. Y'all just don't know that we don't have time for the shit that y'all are selling as politics. So y'all automatically put us in that category of apathy. And that's tragic for you all, because we see the failure of your tactics. More than half of black men in this country don't vote. And that's not a critique of us. It's a critique of y'all trying to address us as if we're apathetic, not the level of antipathy that exists for us being the guinea pigs for voter suppression 150 years ago and never stopping. So consider that. Black men have been guinea pigs for voter suppression for 150 years. So this idea that felony disenfranchisement is not a new thing. This didn't come out about in the 60s. This is the fucking first thing that they did after slavery ended, right? The 13th Amendment gave space for black men to be re-enslaved and also disenfranchised. So consider that. Like this is 200, almost 200 years in the making, trying to figure out how to block black men vote. So consider that.
I got to get back off screen real quick, but Marcus, you just said something that's the damnest truest thing in the world. You cannot go into a black barbershop and talk this neoliberal shit. You cannot get it. You can't get away with it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, because it is a diversity of blackness. You're going to have one person in there that agree with you because they good. They part of the Democratic establishment. All right. There's probably some pastor that's in there. He gonna nod and say like, yep, you right. You're going to have the Hotep brother in there who gonna believe, who gonna come at you left and right. Then you're going to have the Hebrew, the black Hebrew barber over there. You got too much diversity of thought inside of a barbershop for all of these programs that are making it look like brothers are sitting around just talking about how good the Democratic Party is. That does not exist anywhere in this country except on the nice, curated, sanitized version where they put out all the black folks that don't agree with them, and then they bring in the black folks who do agree with them. That's right. It. I'm gonna go off screen.
They actually, it's worse than that. That's why I call it a perversion, Ben. It's actually worse than that. Like they got these motherfuckers sitting around with suits and ties on, talking at brothers and won't even let brothers communicate with them backwards. So it's like it's worse than like just like getting rid of brothers. They didn't even invite us. It ain't a real barbershop conversation where you ain't got no feedback, and they literally cut off. Like you can't communicate. The chats are cut off. You can't see who else is in there. That ain't what the barbershop is. It's a real uncut conversation. And if you're not trying to create those, you're faking.
Hey, listen, there's two statements that are made in barbershops in Atlanta. And since we already cussed, there's no point for me to hold back now. The first statement that you hear in the average barbershop in Atlanta, Georgia is, "Fuck you talking about?" And the second the second statement that you'll probably hear is, "The fuck you mean?" Literally. And the third statement, and all of these statements make neoliberals uncomfortable. Let me, because they're not used to being questioned, because they're used to staging everything, right? So if you see a Barack Obama, Brother Barack, walk into a barbershop and that shit ain't curated, somebody probably tell Barack, "Boy, you need to get back on the motherfucking Marlboros and start and calm your motherfucking ass down," right? like, and it's not to pick on Barack. It's just what you see, this curated bullshit. And I keep saying curated because just like you curate an art museum, they curate conversations about how black men are talking, and how black people talk, and how black people exist, and we don't exist like that. Like somebody in that barbershop is going to literally hear you say, Obamacare saved this, that, and the other, and niggas going to be like, "Fuck you talking about?" In Atlanta, I'm not, and you have to justify that shit. You have to actually speak the language and explain yourself. And I think that's overall. I think that's why this show is important. Also, I think that's why what we do is important, because you have to explain your fuckery around Chim.
Well, I mean, beyond your fuckery, like you can't. This is why I brought this up. Like when you bring HBO and okay, a prime example of this, Marcus. I was telling you about this when I was screaming the other night when you were like, "This nigga just called me this late night." Fuck it. I mean, why not just tell the truth about everything, right? Like, so we were trying to like create these conversations where brothers can talk, right? Have conversations. This is outside of Black Male Voters Project, but it's Black Male Voters Project in that it was me and a group of brothers, influential brothers, people with blue checks beside their name, having a conversation. A sister introduced us, right? Introduced me to this cat. She got mad because we started having conversations and planning without her. And she wanted to do something different. She's like, "Well, you can't say this, this, and this because we want to put it on NPR." I said, "I don't do shit for NPR. I do shit to engage black men. Period." Like, and if NPR pick it up, that's on them. They need to figure out how to cut the bleeps in there. But what I need to do is engage black men. And so she got pissed and said, "Oh, you blah, 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 blah. You're trying to cut black women out." I'm like, "No, I'm trying to have a conversation for black men with black men." And then like the fact that I was trying to explain to her, if I was saying to you, if I introduce you to a dope sister and y'all start doing work around black women, and I said I need to control it and I need to say what y'all need to do and how y'all need to say it, I would be labeled sexist or fucked up. So I think what the party forgets is they fail at turning out black men, so don't fucking try to tell us how to do it.
That's right. Look.
Facts.
This is election day, y'all. And I'm not changing the topic, but this is election day, and I guess the barbershop conversation. Cause see, I'm gonna say like this right here, even though we might disagree on this right here. Starting tomorrow, Clickbaity Political Thirsttrap becomes an accountability machine.
Yep.
We've already picked our opponent, so now we get to punch his ass in the gut.
Yeah.
It's on.
Starting tomorrow, it's because and none of us were capping for Biden. Let me get real barbershop for it. None of us were capping for Biden, but we always had a very clear and distinct conversation that we will take neoliberalism over neo-fascism. All of us
Shout out Dr. West.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. West. And Dr. West actually introduced that to our show. You should go back and watch that episode. But what I want everybody to understand is, if you watch this show thinking that we are going to give a pass and a pause to holding whatever administration accountable. See, you got our votes already. Mondale, you voted already, right, bro?
Yes, sir.
Ben, you voted already, right, bro?
Yep. It's done.
So our job is done. That's why I love today. That's why I love that 907 people are watching us right now. Our job is done.
975 across all platforms.
How many, bro?
We're just under 1,000.
Yeah, just under 1,000 on all platforms. Our job is done. We've advocated for you to go vote, and if you haven't voted yet, you got to 7 o'clock at your time zone to go vote. Pretty much across the country today, so go vote.
With
but
the
after
few
today,
exceptions.
we're done, y'all. Like, and we're not all going to agree about everything in general. We're going to give people a chance to do what they're supposed to do. But guess what?
Yep.
That nice guy shit is over with.
Mm-hmm.
You motherfuckers better do something for us.
Mm.
And I know one of y'all watching.
Actually, and you don't get to choose what you're going to do for us. We already told you what you
Talk about it.
You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose. We're telling you what you're going to do. Or they're going to be.
All right, let me tell y'all how much I love. Let me tell y'all how much I love this audience as compared to these dudes. Nah. For real. I have streamlined. I made it real simple. Thank you to Tam and folks at the Black Male Voter Project and Mundell for letting us set this up. We made it real simple for you to get into the party. It was going to be 2 links that you have to go to, but we trust you to just register. And the link is real simple. I'm sharing it in what's this? YouTube. We're gonna share it on all the platforms.
I'm gonna say this out loud, but
Marcus, did you click on that? I just want one more test to make sure. I don't want to send.
I didn't click on nothing. I'm sorry. Let me
click on the link in the text message. I want to make sure it goes straight for you, just for confirmation before I share it. I don't want anybody to have any problems. Let me know that it goes to that registration page for you. And somebody, in the meantime, Karen Webster said, if Biden wins, please don't hold back. And you already know that's this place. That's this space. We ain't holding back. Like, win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. We bringing it.
Hold on, Ashana. The link's coming.
Yeah, the link is coming. Dennis here. What's up, Mark?
I didn't get it. I didn't get the link. Where is it?
Where's the link?
Lord, I'm in the wrong thread. Hang on. Where is the thread? Where's our thread? Marcus, just send me a text message real quick so the thread can come up at the top. For some reason, I don't see it.
I got you.
So while they walk through that,
here it is. I found it.
I think you sent it to the thread with me and you and Tam.
Yeah. There you go. Try that one. Actually, Terry, I'm going to share it on Facebook too.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, good.
It's on.
All right, so here it comes. Here it comes on YouTube. Boom. There's a link on YouTube to join the party tonight.
I'm going over Facebook.
You sharing on Facebook and
somebody put it on Twitter.
I'll share it on Twitter.
There you go. We streamlined it. I designed a whole landing page and everything. I was like, you know what? Bump it. I want to make it as easy as I can for you guys. So I tossed out the landing pages and went straight to the Zoom registration page. So register for us and you will come into the party tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The DJ is lit. And he will be partying with us from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Simultaneously, the three of us will be doing coverage with a whole list of guests. I think we got like 8, 9 guests that are coming through tonight. If not more. And so you're going to have 2 screens open. You have to have 2 screens open. You're going to have the live stream open because we need the same numbers we always get. And you're going to need to have the Zoom party open. And occasionally, just so that you know, here's your disclaimer now. We'll say it on the party. But if you're in the Zoom party with us, occasionally we will bring up the Zoom party on the main screen, which means on the main screen it's streaming out to 2,000-3,000 people. When it's on the main screen, we're going to be partying and we expect you to be dancing. We expect you to be in your seat or up out your seat dancing, and the whole world going to get to see that we party as hard as we work.
And it's on Twitter right now.
All right, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, it is on YouTube. Make sure that you that you register and show up tonight. Boy, it's cold as hell in this house. I'm gonna have to get up, cut on the goddamn heat.
I mean, you go ahead and throw on that $2,000 polo jacket that you bought with that polo shirt.
I ain't there yet, but you know what?
So listen, y'all. It's election.
If I keep hanging on with this Italian suede shoes, Mondale, I might have to buy one. Of them.
Oh, that boy! Hey, I had to go look it up. That boy ain't skimping on the shoes now.
Bruh. I didn't look it up, but I could just see when he put them on the screen. I'm like, oh yeah.
I love y'all. For real. I mean, I do. What a year. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What a year. I usually normally put on a tuxedo on election days because I'm telling y'all it's my wedding day and shit. So I'm super excited to be engaging this morning with you all in this context, and also just letting people know that black men have been piped in. And I what I hate is when people try to act like black men have not done anything for the betterment of our communities. Right. And it's just ahistorical. So it's wonderful to see this as a part of the political culture for 2020 in this year where we are threatened so much. So I'm super excited about that. But I'm also excited about tonight where we get to be, ratchet with a DJ and also provide political commentation that does not include what corporate tells us we have to believe it pertains. Like, we're not going to cover the fucking fact that Donald Trump has already planned to claim he won regardless of what happened prematurely. That shit will not get spanned over here. It'll get shut down and we'll laugh at it and we'll tell people how dumb it sounds when a certain amount of the votes is still outstanding. But so I'm super excited that we get to bring people some honest coverage as it pertains to none of Nate Silverman's or whatever the fuck his name is polls, none of those dumb polls that measured based on 562 people saying that this is the temperament of America when it's 340 million folk in this country. So I'm super excited that we're going to do that this evening, y'all. And I'm super excited about our guest list as well. So we have real people joining us tonight, and our election coverage is going to be, some of the realest coverage that's ever happened in political history tonight. So help us make history. Like, join us, Trap Squad. Like, tonight we're actually going to go for a long time. I'm gonna sip slow because I don't want to be by 1 o'clock. I don't want to be cussing motherfuckers out. You know what I mean? And not because I'm mad, but I don't want to be cussing nobody out by 1 o'clock. But we're gonna have the realest. We're gonna have the realest election coverage ever. Right. Like, help us do this, folks. Ben has put together an amazing project. Tam's obviously over there putting in work herself, helping us out. So thank you, Tam. I see you.
Live in real time.
Tamara
Thank you for
is
that.
Always putting in work.
Yeah.
Always. And
let me tell you what
people should know that.
We should have. If Tam had come in, if I had asked for help an hour ago, I could have had that link to y'all probably 50 minutes ago, because she came in and got that done. Boom, 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 boom. There it was. And I'm like, we good. It's always good to have dope people working around you.
Yeah, no. So we're about to have the realest election coverage ever. And tell your people don't watch CNN. Tell your people don't watch MSNBC. Tell your people to watch Clickbaity Political Thirsttrap. Follow this channel. And the reason why it's important is because we need you. We're going to help you help us help America. Mm-hmm. That's the best way for me to say it.
That's love. What's his name? Shan. Don't worry about that, Shan. We rectified that situation in the household. We are all clear for takeoff in this household.
Wait, what happened?
No, it's a comment. She says she'll put some smoke in the air for me tonight since I can't. We're clear for takeoff. So
I'll fall back on that conversation.
But just to be sure, Marcus, there is a video of me somewhere on the internet of debate coverage I was giving, and boy, we were sipping too fast. And somewhere around hour 2.5 of covering that debate, we were all laid on our microphones like this, bro. Just knock the hell out. So we're gonna sip slow tonight so that we make it all the way to the end. What else y'all doing today? What else other coverage y'all doing? Or where y'all gonna be after this when we log off?
Working, man. We're going to the field. We got 55 pallets of kind bars to deliver to voters at the poll locations all over Georgia. We got pizza that we're going to be delivering. We're going to be telling brothers, we're going to be knocking brothers down, dragging them to the polls, make sure they get in line. Everything that you should be doing the last day of elections.
Nice.
Restorative Roots is actually co-sponsoring a GOTV effort in Virginia today. We're co-sponsored by one of my dear brothers. I won't call his name. He asked for his name not to be called out. But my company actually is doing some GOTV, not GOTV because it's been, but some just make sure you get your ass to the polls. And then also I'm going to play 2K and not be nervous.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to be doing my regular stuff. I'll be on TYT from 3 to 6, a long 3-hour block there. Then join the Majority Report at 6:30. And then we will roll straight from like the same seat, just switch the stream, and we'll go live right at 7 o'clock here on Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. The party will be open. The DJ will be starting at 6:45, so that'll be rolling. And again, we want to make sure that you have 2 screens open. Taking your booty to the polls in one screen with the party, with the DJ, and then with us watching the live coverage. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it thorough.
So an easy way to explain that is get on the Zoom on your computer and do the live stream on your phone.
Yep.
There you go.
That way you can interact like you normally do with us in our morning show. But get on the Zoom on your computer and the live. That way you can see the conversation and also participate in both conversations. So you can type on your computer for the Zoom, and then you can also interact on social media, whatever platform you choose to interact with. So that way we can be clean.
And listen, I thoroughly expect for you to have this turned up and move your body, because regardless of what happens, we're going to have to dance. What good is a revolution if there's no dancing? All right, so last words, guys. What you got?
Here, real quick. All right, well, my last words is first, Jose, you can't beat me at 2K, but we'll find out.
No, you get another last word.
Yeah. My last words is you can't beat me at 2K. Second words is, hey, Trap Squad. Ben and Mondale and myself, we do different media hits.
Yeah.
And we all have opportunities. I recently got offered to go back on MSNBC, though it messed with my timing of some work that I had to do. So I politely declined. I want y'all to follow us around the internet and just drop squirrels everywhere. On TYT today, I want y'all to go. When Ben's on TYT today, I want y'all to just confuse the fuck out of them and just start dropping squirrels and motherfucking boxing gloves. You know what I mean? Like, drop those everywhere, right? Because we need to expand this, and we want people asking questions about what this is. Listen, ain't no moderate way to Black liberation. So I say that with saying this right here. Biden will get elected today, Lord willing. And he's going to be a moderate. So I don't want y'all to get ready. I don't want y'all to fool yourselves into believing that the job is done. We have to take action. We have to be progressive. We have to stick by our morals. We have to push whatever administration to fight for our issues at the end of the day, no matter what happens today. If you haven't voted, please stop this stream right now. Stop watching the stream and go vote.
Facts.
Please. And the last thing I want to say is appreciate the time that y'all spent with Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap.
Mondale.
Go ahead, Ben.
You good? All right, so that's it for me. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all know where to find the fellas. We'll be right back in a couple of hours. Everybody's going to go do their own work, and the most important thing that was said out of everything that was said today was get your booty to the polls. And let's close it out. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.